for just a little second. Does jump straight back on into it, and maybe he can even find this Dion. Oh, he's going low! It's tight, but the round is found by Noz. Nicely done here as Wildcard get off on the right foot.
The combinations that Wildcard are going to be able to throw out as well will be filthy in this matchup. You look at the Viper's Poison Cloud going on toward the spike, instant minus 50 on your HP. A snake bite, a second snake bite, even 2 nano swarms to be thrown on through, bait shells as well. You put a slow orb on the spike as well. You aren't getting off of the spike. It's absolutely just dominating in what you can deploy. You look at another scenario, right, where you've got if you bring out a Brimstone Molly, you can bring out shock darts as well. It's one of those things that we go right back towards one of the compositions we saw on Bind from one of the teams, right? They had the Brim, they had the Sova, they had the whatever it was. The deniability is what they had around it, playing for those post plants, and that was one of the things that I really liked about that composition. I can't quite remember who it was way back when, but you know, point and play for this one for Wildcard, they definitely have the means to defend the spike when it is planted.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's interesting to actually go back to how Brimstone fell out of the meta. He got a well-needed buff and, you know, people were starting to play it again. You know, I do remember seeing like Crunchy pick it up a fair bit and some other things sort of along that line. But now we're back straight into the Omen. I suppose the Astra coming in has really sort of started to deny that. Viper buff, as you mentioned, it sort of makes Brimstone not irrelevant, but certainly a different sort of pick. You know, it does still come out from time to time in different regions. But yeah, I think just given Astra's power right now until she's nerfed, which I don't actually know if she will, to be honest. She doesn't seem overpowered. But I guess the weird thing about Riot is when they see something be used like 100% of the time, that's when they consider it to be OP. So that might be where, because that's what we saw for Sage, right? Sage was 100% pick ban and, or pick, obviously there's no bans just yet, but then they were like, OP, stop.
Well, second round on the board, we do come back into it. We already see some damage delivered over to the Sage of Bliss that will be nullified now, that the heals can come on up. Really, you're just wanting this round to not go to the way of Bliss if you are Wildcard, you know, not drop anything. It's just kind of the standard play.
So creeping on out now. Jungle Wow up nice and close and personal. But again, given all that Wildcard have in hand right now, Swirl though, very, very nice opening pick here with that Sheriff. Not spotting anything over towards Snowman. They are sitting happily on the site. 50 seconds left on the clock, and it's going to be these guys trying to cross. Easy was, I believe, spotted as he does start to move towards that position. And I think there is going to be an interesting one, as in the sense that RDW is still being sneaky beaky like, lurking back towards B. They've managed to call for the rotate. Look at them dance around. They're like puppets on strings right now.
30 seconds left.
We saw what he was able to do earlier on in the day, of course, when he was playing the Cypher, you know, bringing out all those massive flanks. Right now, he might be able to decapitate Jungle Wow, depending on when he wants to peek on through. Jungle won't be able to get traded at the current time as well. There is a single burst shot to come on through. And Mitch, the team that I was thinking of before for that was Kanga. It was the Sova, Raze, Brim, Viper, and that they just kept throwing stuff up to deny the spike from being defused. At least I think it was that composition.
Ninham B-hopping his way to success there. So Wildcard do get away with a pretty nice round in the end. Very good to see that Wildcard are feeling quite confident into this one. Again, on paper, we spoke it, even Texter vouched for them, right? You know, and then we heard Watt talk about it earlier on in an interview, I believe, on Thursday, just explaining about how Wildcard do really have that solid potential to be, you know, one of the best teams in the region, you know, really contesting order and pushing them as hard as they can. That's what Mindfreak sort of said, you know, they've got a real capacity to be very, very scary, and I understand it. They've got fundamentally awesome players. Great opening shot here from Ninham. Onsky is up close and personal, but he's not going to find it. Ninham! This is what we know and love him for, Dion. He's already up, very, very aggressive onto the other side of the toxic screen. But will he spot that other member who is being a little bit of pain? Easy. Picks up another. Nos is going to drop him, though. Oh, no! Ninham! I was going to say, if Jungle Wow won that, Ninham would be kicking himself, but at least RDW is there to collect.
Right click at that point in time, fella. He's close enough. but missing out on those, it doesn't really matter in the end for Wildcard to be picking up that round. And you know what that was as well, Mitch? That was the bonus. So Wildcard on the way to be able to find this fourth one. But as I do say that, you know, last time we saw the situation in our previous one, there was a bonus like played, and then it was the eco afterwards, right? So the one out that thrifty. So we will have to wait and see what is going to happen in this round. Sheriffs can certainly get some damage delivered. But for Wildcard, I mean, starting off on this offensive side of Icebox, they are well and truly on their way to try to get back against Order and to start off in this fresh round. Already got him free clip besting Major.
And Wildcard looking very, very confident in this start. You know, they've moved into this one. No stress at all. RDW is going to drop easy, infrequent to find another on Fleshes. At least we do see a trade come out from Ronski, but Ninham already up onto the CT position of A. It's not quite going to matter. Jungle out. Will try to contest with RDW, firing a couple of warning shots, but RDW is the superior Viper at this point in time. We will see another buy round come through in just a second, but it's 4 rounds in the bag for Wildcard, and they're putting the pressure well onto Bliss at this point in time.
One thing I'm kind of expecting from Bliss over on that A site is aggression up on toward pipes. We saw it time and time again from Ronski, remember? But with an operator in possession, maybe we don't seem that to see that right now. He's going to be posted up over on the A site line to potentially find anybody up at Belt nice and early on. But for right now, Wildcard, they are building up in their economy very nicely. They will have a buy in the next round regardless of what happens here. It is going to be the Viper defenses over at the side of B for Bliss. Again, you know, you've got the Toxic screen up and the Snake Bite to go down, but Ronski does manage to find the opening frag. This is on the second one, but infrequent opens up, doubles down, brings out the showstopper. It's Party Town right now. Oh, what? But dearie me, he's missed it.
Just went a little bit too deep, apparently. And that means that we see a player advantage going the way of Bliss, but unfortunately all 3 of them are at the wrong location. It's going to be the Hunter's Fury to tag on and also to take down RDW. Ninham, Toby, bring us over to this good man, my friend. If anyone was to clutch out a 1v3 for me, I would be putting Ninham into this position, but they all do start to move around on the swing at the right time, and Major will get 3. Unfortunately, it took a little while for Bliss, but right now they are blooming like the flower in their logo.
Hopefully this is the start of something good for them on this defensive side as well. You would hate to see the longevity of the day get to them in a situation like this. And just for this to run out of smoke, run out of steam, run out of gas, however you want to see it, just kind of be without substance in the game. So it is good to see they do get a round early-ish on the board. But as I did say earlier, Mitch, we know that there's going to be a purchase here for Wildcard. They've got 3 ultimates to be able to utilize. Same we can see on the side of Bliss. Operators out for both of these sides right now as well. This is where we start to really dive deep in toward the game. You know, this is where we really need to start to see big things happening from rifle rounds, where we expect the trades to come through, maybe even the multi-frags to come through from the boys.
I'd just like to let you know that I've absolutely destroyed a burger in about 2 minutes.
You should run.
Nice 2-minute noodles that you were smashing down just before.
I'm still smashing them down. 2 minutes to cook, but not 2 minutes to eat.
Yeah. So the Viper's Pit is up and about. Jungle Wow is going to deny Ninham. Definitely playing with fate, trying to get that one down. And already up on the top of the side, RDW is going to drop easy. And it's going to be, is it Viper Diff or is it not? It's going to put Jungle Wow into a really awkward situation. RDW has gone big here, but now Jungle inside that pit does find another. Noz at least able to equalize. But after the resurrection has been expended, there could be. Jungle, that's 3. And we've seen him do so much here. Infrequent down on 1 point of HP. Dion, this is getting a little bit crazy, a little bit wild. Where does Infrequent even go with this, with the operator?
Of course there's 2 pits right now. Jungle Wow is still alive and RDW is not. He picks up a 4K. I thought that there was both of them frolicking about. There might have been. No, RDW didn't even deploy his, so it was just the one. But the thing I touched upon at the start of that round, right, Mitch? There was 3 ultimates each side. Bliss used all 3, and they got the round. So I guess well propositioned for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with Bliss picking up 2, my guy, it is starting to have the pressure add to Wildcard's bag. You know, they've got obviously a full buy into it here, but the half shield for Infrequent. Maybe not exactly what they're expecting, but yeah, look, it's been Jungle Wow to have massive amounts of impact. Obviously from a CS background in his own right. Ronski, though, opening it up here. Looking to find a second. The tailwind to get him out, but is going to be taken down. Swirl to revive RDW, and it's back into a 4-on-4. Exactly what you could have hoped for, though, for Ronski to find those opening 2 picks. He is extra sharp, and so is Jungle Wow. Major also here. This game is not going to be the one-sided affair that we could have been seeing, Dion. It is going to be Bliss to step up to the plate. Now RDW has to try and lock it down in the middle. Major not caught out, though. It's all on to just Ninim. And he is in a 1 versus 4 here. All the way back, has the spike in hand, and it's going to be hoping that Bliss make a couple of mistakes here.
Hoping so. We've seen him in a 1 versus 3 before. This is a little bit worse, though, in a 1 versus 4 scenario. Really needs to piece things together quite properly. Does have the full kit of the abilities behind him, but you know that they're just going to be split over. They know that he hasn't crossed over towards the A site just yet. Now that he's been seen, he finds 1, traded on out in the end. Bliss starting to find their footing on this defensive side.
Absolutely, nicely traded. Despite Ninim finding the 1. All I can say is I just really, really like this Bliss lineup. Like, they've been working really hard, and I guess Wildcard are kind of somewhat similar, you know, like, as it has stood for quite some time, groups of mates were the opening teams in Valorant, right? You know, they all sort of banded together, saw the new opportunity in a new game, looking really dominant. You know, Kangol was one of them. They were a team that obviously had played together for a long time initially. Order was the same before they did make some changes, picking up Disco and Autumn. Now Major does get the opener here. Ronski to find it back onto Ninim, and Major another. Bliss are really starting to warm into this defensive side, as you mentioned, of Icebox. Wildcard are going to be equalized on the score amounts, though now Noz might actually be swung on by Major as well. The lead to go up. Shots to connect, but no frag found.
An immediate shutdown in this round right now, Mitch. Bliss certainly looking to tie things up.
In this Mitch.
Well, I could have said in this Mitch.
Yes, correct. No, exactly. True.
You can't, you know, highlight a comma unless you go like, in this comma, Mitch. Like, exclaim it completely. In
this!
But anyways.
Mitch?
Yeah. Take this! Noz. 4K from Major.
Oh, God, we're the same person now. I needed... Because the delay as well would have meant we said that at the exact same time.
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind.
Mine's gone already. Don't you worry. We got to find it back. It's just jellied everywhere. 4 in a row for Bliss. We saw 4 in a row for Wildcard. We've seen a 4K to come on through. Now it is definitely the time to ask Wildcard, are you okay? Are you able to get back in toward this one right now?
An escape from Ronski. Does manage to get away. Boosted onto the top. Freshest. At least able to heal himself to move back inside the kitchen. Still a 5-on-5. Empress popped and oh no! Major, the rogue bullet from the Phantom Spray didn't connect in the way that he wanted, and the Empress is taken down. So a 1-for-1 trade that is good, but I'm interested to see if Easy's going to be able to find anything, but no, he will not. Spike making an absolute beeline towards this A site. The toxic screen is going to be down. If they push through it, it will decay. They're going to be able to get up towards that site now. Spike planted. 3 versus 3 retake. No ultimates to expend, except for that showstopper in the hands of Infrequent, but it's going to be Ninim to drop Fleshest. And now Ronski has a lot of work to do alongside his good pal Jungle Wow. Do they even go for it? It looks like they will. Collecting the Phantom instead of the Operator. Movement now into the site.
They definitely have money to reinvest in the next round in case they don't claim this one here. This toxic screen eventually is going to go down. Jungle Wow, he does put over a snake bite. Ronski dispatches 1. Ninim on for the 4K now as well. Ronski's been seen. Ninim finds 4K. We go from back-to-back ones. We see it on the flip side. Now it's on Wildcard's side as they do grab back the lead.
Ninim, 4K. I feel like the multi-frags in this game, in this particular map, haven't been that exciting so far. They've just been, you know, well found, quite methodical, nothing super flashy or over the top. But yeah, Ninum, Major, they're starting off excellently, and this is exactly what we want to see in the final map of the day, you know, right? It's all the way towards the end of such a long haul, but something that's exciting, something that keeps the energy high. They have shouldered out very, very early on to see if the peak will come through from Ronski, but he's holding onto that line, and now will they go for the fake? There it is, the shot does connect. And now going for the second, Ronski finds another. He actually does tailwind away at the right time, but Ronski, you animal, finding 3 towards B long, and he does dash away to safety.
Absolutely superb shots to come through from him. That's why we know how powerful he is on the operator. Noz, though, will bring something back over to the wildcard side. Now it's Easy's turn to put out the feelers as well. Does have a recon bolt now to be able to utilize if he wants. Swirl is going to heal up Noz for them to both be able to go back into it. The Worldy boys. We say farewell to Noz. Swirl bites back for his own 1 versus 4. He's 1 away from the resurrection as well. He's going to get up on top of the tube, and I don't think Ronski's going to be expecting this one. Swirl finds jungle. The res is available, but if he goes for that res right now, he's going to lose his life for the classic. And now it's on to Noz. They trade affairs. Ronski on 4. 5 kills out of 6 in this round, and he gets it as well. It counts as an ace. You love that from Bliss.
Well done from Ronski. I swore it got a little bit dicey though there. You know, they were in, what, a 2-on-5, and with a resurrection, at least it did bring them back. But then down to a 1-on-2, certainly not what you want after 3 openers to come out from Ronski. But regardless, he's back in action. 11 frags. Has the Bladestorm available. This time going to change his position up over towards this A site instead, and they're going to leave Jungle Wow to try and lock down B. And it does look like they're going to pick up the pace very, very quickly. So Jungle will have to hope that the snake bite's enough to keep them at bay for a little while. Only the Sheriffs, though.
And the Sheriffs, we'll see whether or not it's high noon for these boys. It's just past 7 p.m. here. It has to be 12 noon somewhere in the world. And if it's not, well...
Get out of my way.
Well, damn. Bet it will be. RDW, creeping it up. Here's the fallback after gathering that orb. And he is on for a detrimental flank. He's called for the boys to all rotate as well. He hasn't cleared his corners, but he's just hoping that everybody is over at this B site. I guess lockdown to try to solidify things for wildcard. Major loses his life to Ninum over, though. They know the flank, or the rotates rather, coming from Bliss right now. It's on to RD, and he can't quite establish anything. So this is looking to be a post plant that Bliss, they've got the rifles for to be able to challenge.
Ninum walks up to you in the bar and says, "Get out of my way. What you doing?" I know what I'd be doing. Certainly abiding by the rules and regulations, because I would be scared of that Bladestorm that he continues to put out. Does find the opening pick here. Ronski, though, doing the exact same thing. Now Bliss at the advantage. Ronski getting real aggressive, but Ninum looks to be the superior jet. Unfortunately, he is only for 1, and that's all in a Noz, but that stick of the spike, it's a little bit too much for Nozzy, and that is going to be another round going the way of Bliss off the back of a re-entrance in from Ronski. Jungle Wow to deny, and now it is the final round of the half. Bliss with the advantage. This is living up to exactly what we'd hoped for in a best of 3 lower bracket grand final.
Yes, sir. Close as it can get. They really do want to send us into all 9 maps tonight, don't they? It will be a world of Valorant that we will be witnessing. Last round of the half. I mean, why not? Use all the credits that you can. Thought maybe it would have been an operator, but I understand the Odin coming on through. If they do get up the wall, you know, you can just pepper so many bullets through and try to deny them in that circumstance. But for right now, RDW finds Major. Ronski will be looking to be able to bring it back into an equalization affair. However, we still have this resurrection that they probably really want to use now.
Absolutely, especially at this point. It is the last round of the half, and, you know, Dion, talking about time, I could go another best of 3, to be honest. Give me another.
I thought you were about to say
4?
Go another burger.
5? No. I am a big boy. 105 of your finest. But I can deadlift 210, so that's okay.
Spike planted.
Moving on in. Resurrection goes the way of Easy. Gonna get him back into the server. Ninum is underneath this little cubby location. crouching up and down as well, certainly waiting. Let me at him. As they do start to creep on in. Ninum gets the swing, but he does miss the shot. But it is going to work out for him in the end. Brings Fleshist into a 1-on-2 situation. He is going to be able to get up and over, but there is denial as he does pick up, or get picked up rather, by Infrequent and tossed out of the half. As it is equal standings at the halftime mark. 6-6, Dion.
Who is going to run it?
Nutty.
Who is going to run it from here? Ninim leading out the charge on 16 so far. You kind of just see that the strategies are deployed in the very beginning for all of these guys, but when it gets into the mid-round after all those kills do come out, it kind of is just all of these frags happening around the different sides of the map, and then eventually when that spike is planted, it funnels everybody into the decisioning to go in for that retake, and in the end, I mean, one of the teams do pick it up, but it kind of is feeling like a little bit of the rinse and repeat that we were getting toward the later stages of that half. And now I do wonder, are we going to see the same thing over on the flip side? Because we look toward this flip side, and Wildcard now, they are on this defensive side. They've got those Viper lineups. They've got the Killjoy available as well. And the single, no, sorry, they do have the double duelist with them. Both sides have that. But it's Raze compared to Reyna. And we know that the paint shells can buy time.
Absolutely. Secondary snakebite to go down. There will be the Nano Swarm projected as well. Bronski, good opener. Swirl finds one, is eventually taken down. No, Swirl's still alive. Noz goes down, but it is a 3-on-3. Going to be the toxic screens going up. The barrier wall should allow the plant. Easy does fake it though, does push back on up. His teammate Fleshist is going to be dinked up, does have the heal available, however, Dion. And now Ninum to pick up one. Fleshist to get the trade, however.
Look how low the Wildcard boys are right now. They can start to get the heals on up, but it's nullified in the end. Swirl, 14 HP, a single bullet will do him in, but a headshot towards Jungle also will be done. Shots to come on through. He's off the spike. Oh. There it is from Jungle. I do really wonder if Swirl hadn't gotten off it, would he have gotten the defuse? Because Jungle peeked back then.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was tight. Personally, I would have liked to see Swirl just get at the half and then swing around, but, you know, again, I'm just the caster. Ninum, he is the leader of this match though right now, 18-10. Has been extremely sharp and impactful for Wildcard. Both Jets on top right now. Only Ninum will be picking up the Sheriff. It will be the full eco round otherwise for Wildcard. Not looking to overstay, not looking to over-aggress. Blitz have taken the lead though. So they are looking very, very good as it stands. Ronski already up on the top of the pipe. Does get spotted out by the Killjoy turret, but he will deny it. So now it's just pretty much on Bliss to try and you know, ensure that they win out this second round and then move on to the bonus strong.
Spike planted.
Plant down, elevated. Noz reveals himself here as well, looking for a jump shot. Only the classic will be rewarded with a dink, but no dice. As RDW finally finds a frag for his squad. Shots out from Swirl, good for one as well in the end, but I mean, you are just really looking for the damage. Any more kills, and you're looking at a scenario where you go in for this.
Hang on.
He's picked up a Spectre, looking for maybe the negation of the bonus next round. More shots back toward the old faithful. The jump's on out. Jungle gets it in the end. Now it is just down to RDW. Knows where both of the boys are, but this Sheriff, it is a fickle thing, and 2 bullets don't get it done.
Okay. So an opportunity found. Swirl certainly made it hard for them. That is definitely for sure. So we're going to see on the side of Ninum trying to contest that orb very, very early on, it does appear, so we can get the Blade Storm. They're going to be running for that straight away inside the dark cover. The Cloudburst, rather. There is no Omen in this one, but now you're spotted up. Let's cruise on around. Still a stalemate. Time is ticking, but only slightly. Looks like they are going to start to press towards this A site. But again, it's Bliss, you know, playing it passive, waiting to see if any of the members of the wildcard side will push towards mid or B. And that is not going to be the case. Bliss looking to continue forward.
Forward is the right way. Blades are out, of course, for the side of wildcard. We'll see what Ninum can do. He is always a scary player, remember? All these guys in the server are scary. Poison Cloud buying a lot of time. Noz using a lot of bullets behind it. Does have that alarm bot available to deploy, but that is about all right now. 40 seconds to go. Bliss now starting to navigate back through mid this time. Does more bullets get used from Noz? He's kind of wasted out that time. Delayed a little bit too long, stuck in those shots out. Lear through, turret down. Slow Orb to buy some more time, but here's where RDW will look to get really, really sneaky with it. In amongst his own Poison Cloud with an Odin. Infrequent manages to find Flesh Schist, and it looks like they're aware of what RDW is wanting to do. The Odin, it gets one, but how many more?
Cheeky boy. Infrequent does manage to find another 10 seconds left on the clock, and it's going to be Noz to find. And unfortunately for Ronski, Ninum is going to take him down. So 7. The bonus is not successful for Bliss. Wildcard certainly not done yet. They want to make it work. They want to go hard. Side of Bliss, not a horrible buy. Obviously, Ronski is going to have his Blade Storm available from what it appears. And just going for the Sheriff. Everyone else will buy in. And it's RDW to continue on with the Odin.
Get out of my way.
Yeah, well, it got a kill in the previous round, so why not attempt it again? This time, Ninum is able to at least escape from the first one, but not the blades of Ronski. They are imprinted with his name. Still dancing around. He will be looking for another one as he will pick up the Vandal. At least assist if the blades do all utilize. The right click though, they get refreshed here. He certainly is on for a little bit of a click. There's another. Looking for the ace.
Oh, there it is.
Ronski, welcome to Icebox.
Gotta be happy with that one, Ronski. Take a bow, my friend. That was very, very clean and concise. Like a surgeon. Precision with these jet knives. The best in all of Korea. Mate, Jet's Korean, right? Yes, she is. But, man, oh man. That was nice indeed from Ronski, doing exactly what his team needed. And I do love a good old... What's the Korean dude? Sealdam? I think it is. Who posts all those Jet clips. That felt very Sealdam-esque right now. So big props to Ronski again.
Nowhere to run!
Here.
Opening picks. Easy. We'll be finding it onto RDW. Early resurrection potentially to come on out from Swirly Boy. See, isn't really budging his feet just yet, and maybe they don't even look to get the res out anymore. Ninum has just been sat absolutely down. Maybe the second time in a row. This one evidently more so than the blades of the last. It was a good pick from Swirl there. It makes the res come out from Bliss, and now it is just going to be Noz. Seeing what he can do on a Marshall. We know, Mitch, that they do have their purchases to come on through in the next round as well. But Bliss, they are certainly going to be finding double digits right now.
Yeah, just the bonus. Noz can technically go in and die and try and hopefully find some damage. But with all 5 members alive, it definitely doesn't really mean a whole lot, I guess, in this round. They've even put the barrier wall down just for good measure. Still holding. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be overstepping or peaking right now. And that's, again, you know, they know there's not really a whole lot to be saving into the next round. You'd likely want to see Noz actually choose to try and potentially pick up a different weapon as opposed to just the Marshall. And he's in too late to even do any additional damage. Does spot out Ronski, but it's just going to be Noz going down.
I mean, you get more money if you go down only with that investment there. So you may as well get out your proper stuff in the next one.
No argument
see
there.
If you could take anybody out for Bliss at the end as well. But I mean, Midge, this is going to be one of those turning point rounds, right? It's been 4 so far that we've seen Bliss gather up on this side. We've seen 1 from Wildcard. And, you know, if we don't see this one be picked up by Wildcard, that's 11. It's probably 12 on the back of that eco. And then they're fighting for overtime. Unless they force in the next one.
Yeah, Bliss definitely controlling the pace of this game in its entirety. No argument there. I mean, still contesting on the attacking side of Icebox can always be a challenge. Ninum in the good spot, though. Does reposition. I think he was potentially aware that something was jumping up, but he does have his friend Swirl helping on out. Does spot out one now. Don't think Easy actually saw anyone. There's the ping. Our drone to come out. Swirl might actually have to choose to fall away. They will see the wall, though, which is certainly going to make it hard. And Swirl maybe gets a little bit over the top, but Ninham does find 2. So at least that's enough to sort of convince the extra pacing to go through. Leah does manage to force Ninham away, but he's got to hit the secondary shot. Last member in Jungle Wow. We've got operators in the server, Dion, in the form of Ninham and Ronski, and they are both looking god tier in this matchup.
Certainly are right now. You can't best them when they start to get on a roll, really feeling it on through, making sure that they are dashing away where need to as well. Ronski, he has been very high up in the skies when he has had those blades out as well. Remember, just really utilizing the kit of the jet with its fast-paced ability. No real airbending of the smokes, though, that we've seen. A little bit here and there, but nothing too far forward and far-fetched. Regardless, wildcard, they do pick up one of the crucial rounds that they needed to in this one. And now for the big opener of the new round, Ninham has said see you later to Major, to Ronski, looking for another clip potentially if he pushes on forward. We know he wants to. But bring out the Blade Storm as well. Post it up on the line. Easy. Needs to be really careful that he doesn't fall in towards his crosshairs.
I thought you were going to just start rapping. The sky, he headed over to the bottom. Now he might look up to the sky. I can't either.
Ninham.
So, Ninham holding on. Don't think he did spot out the gun barrel of Jungle. You can't see him over towards that location, but still holding it very aggressively. Difference here is the mid lurk, and Easy picks up one for his troubles. Thought he was going to be punished there, but as the time does start to tick down, do they continue to head towards A? The wall of Sage is actually going to head down. So it's going to be on Easy to try and see if he can cut off any rotations here. But that position from Infrequent sitting just on the other side of Boiler means that he's not going to be over-aggressing just yet. And there we go. Easy to be taken down. Swirl gets the res onto Noz as well. That should be another for Ninham. Go back for the 4th, mate. You know you want it. Looking around, but it's going to be Jungle to take him down. But does have to find the spike plant. Oh, Infrequent gives him a little bit too much here. Jungle Wow in a 1 versus 5, Dion has already got the spike planted. And as he moves on to his own utility, he's got the Viper Spit available as well if he does choose to use it. How are they going to progress here? There's another one. Jungle, could he potentially do this? Could he potentially do this? Jungle in the 1 versus 5, Dion. He has done it! What an incredible round! This man has just taken Bliss to the top.
I'm pretty speechless on the back of that. Pretty speechless, not gonna lie. It takes a certain something special to be able to pull something out like that. And to be able to do so in, you know, your 3rd best of 3 for the night, Mitch. Your 3rd best of 3.
Who cares, dude? Give him another one. Give him another one to play. He's hungry. He needs more. Ascent, 20 kills in 1 half wasn't enough. How is this game like? I don't know, man. This is just good. This is just good Valorant, dude. As I said, you know, this game is sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe can't say on broadcast, but you all know the meme. I love it. I'm all for it. I'm here right now, Dion. This is sick.
RDW ain't here anymore, as he is the first casualty. Ronski will follow in quick pursuit, however, by Ninham. Just can't help to feel for wildcard in that circumstance. 1 versus 5. God damn. Let you roll with that one. That's a clip for Jungle. That's a clip for Conky.
Okay, Jungle still kicking. 2 frags found, and now the pacing does get picked up. This guy is just leading the charge. Actually has the Viper Spit available as well. Yep, there you go. It's going to go down now. Noz does find Major, so at least they have put a bit of a stopper in this rotation. The spike still has a little way to go, though.
30 seconds left.
So what do they do? How do they try and approach this? Noz going to be moving on in. Ninham, he has been feeling it as well with that operator, but it's such a hard weapon to retake with at times. And Jungle Wow being up at the top of the site, they do know by the blip in that bubble that it should be the location that he's sitting, but he has dropped down now.
Last player standing.
Noz, 1v3. That dart's going to force him to the floor and to his grave as well. Bliss, pretty smooth sailing. into it, activated by jungle. As, you know, they find 12. They find map point.
Okay. Beautiful.
Wait, was it? I'm just wondering. It was 1v5 and a resurrection being brought on through as well. So
Just seeing it come
technically
up on the stream now. Yeah, 1v5. Nah, it was just a firm 1v5.
Yeah, because
Like,
the resurrection came up
did come
earlier in the round.
Yeah, but it was and that was after Ninum got a 3k as well.
Yeah.
So that's just insane, man. Oh well, Ronski has actually expended a few of his blades. Oh, he narrowly misses it. Gets away though.
Spike
And
down
infrequent,
A.
Ninum, they're gonna punish. They're not done just yet either. There is still an opportunity for them to bring it through. Major collects one back, still in the 3 versus 4.
You will not.
Plenty of time left. The resurrection. 4 on 4 now, Dion. Can Bliss close it here?
Well, that lockdown is going to try and funnel them into the crosshairs of RDW and on this Ares. Now they go through his smoke as well. He's going to be looking for more. It's not going to come on through as it's just down to Fweshist on about 10 points of HP. A right click will come out from Ninum at distance and Wildcard will hang on. It's gotten to them a little bit. The fact that they've dropped the 1v5, however, as they are shaky, as we are shaky still from that 1v5, Wildcard, they do hang on.
As we've spoken about it before, you know, when we see the chat starting to fire up, it's like, okay, they're there now. The delay's kicked in. Oh, man. 30 frags for Ninum, though. Imagine if he was to lose this one, you would feel so rough. But he's got the operator again. The Call of Duty 2 style weaponry. And he's getting aggressive over towards this B position. He is up close and personal. The Leah is there. The Owl Drone is there. And so is the Hunter's Fury. Will Easy take him down? No. The Tailwind is expended. That means he can't reaggress in towards this long position. So at least they've dealt with the aggression from Ninum. But sitting back over towards the site, still is plenty of work that he's able to do from this location.
Straight on through.
There he is up in heaven.
There from Ninum and Ronski back onto it as well. In toward the toxins of RDW. He's only going to establish in 1. The Wildcards still do inch in front with the player advantage that they do sit themselves in. Jungle out, still alive, dancing about. Does have his teammate as well in Fweshist. Heals available if they require. We know that the resurrection isn't available as well. Not for a little bit. 40 seconds to go to try and get this plant on down. These walls as well to assist. The second one down. Shot by Jungle. A better one on the second 2. 3 versus 2. Turn 2 versus 1. You already know how low infrequent is here. 44 to try to get into it. Eventually the toxins will come back as well from Jungle. Infrequent might have to call it here. Down to 1. Just going through that wall. Will be hit up quite quickly. But there you have it. Mitch Fweshist to close it. And that map had so much. Just to recap, the 3Ks, the 4Ks, Ronski's ace with that Blade Storm, Jungle Wow's 1 versus 5. That was phenomenal.
Honest to God, I don't know how we've both managed to just get through that map. This is map number 7 on the day for you and me, Dion, for production, for Bliss, and to still have a round like that come out for Jungle Wow is incredible. Ninum did so much. He tried his hardest to get it rocking and rolling, but look, after such a big performance there, we will see, of course, the team in Bliss take Icebox 13-9. It was the wild card selection, baby. Dion, we got another map, and it is going to, of course, be Bind, I do believe,
Haven.
next. We'll be back very, very soon. Haven.
I just time traveled. Today's a big day for past me. He just got the latest Vodafone broadband with super Wi-Fi, which finally means Wi-Fi in all 4 corners of the house. What? Even there? I've got Wi-Fi in the garage. Yeah, we do. See ya. Oh, it's still in the garage. Yeah. Super Wi-Fi. Wall-to-wall Wi-Fi guaranteed.
Show me what you got. Down, up, back, back, up, got down, up, back, back, got down, up, back, back, got down, up, back, back.
we have returned, and right now I feel like a guy with ants in my pants. I can't sit still. This series has been absolutely smashing so far. The day is taking an absolute peak towards the bitter end. But look, it might not be a bitter end for Bliss by the way that they have been going today. Of course, they picked up map number 1 on Icebox, 30-9, and now we move obviously into their map selection of Haven, Dion. This is going to be electric. They've already had such big high energy plays. The ace from Ronsky, then, Nidham rather.
Yeah,
Ronsky had one. I don't even know, man. It's all crazy. And then Jungle Wow with that 1v5. Are you joking me? I've had enough.
Yeah.
Send me into the next map.
You talk about Dizzy getting in our heads from the ace that he was able to throw out on Bind, over for Sonics with the Bladestorm. Ronsky pulls out a Bladestorm ace. Jungle Wow does that, man. OCE providing goods that I can't wait to see on the global stage. Imagine this with an audience. Oh my lord. But we're ready to get back into it. We're looking now towards our next map. We're looking at what you could argue is a potential upset here if Bliss do take a victory over Wildcard.
Yeah, exactly. And it could very well be a wildcard 0-2 at this point in time, given that Bliss have had such a strong start. Again, it has really felt like it's been individual performances to a degree. Not to say that anyone is like heavily lagging behind like any individual, because if one person's had a bad map, they pick up in the second, and it might be someone else having a bad map. It doesn't matter. It's a team game. It's a 5 versus 5. That's all that matters in this one. And you got to remember that Wildcard, while they are having a good run still into the length of this competition, only to be bested by Order in a best of 3 where it went 2-1, you need to keep in mind that they are weakened. They've got Noz. Noz is an excellent player, but having to change up everything completely off the back of that, he's done so well to slot in. But, then again, they're so used to playing with Wizard. So we do hope and wish Wizard well. Obviously, I know that there's some private stuff going on his end, so I do hope he does join us all shortly. But still, for the time being, Noz, you're doing a fantastic job, Chief. And man, this is just living up to be the best series so far. So if this does continue the pace, we could be looking at one of the best series I've actually casted inside Valorant in Oceania so far.
Definitely is shaping up to be a huge one. Of course, that is only up to the players to decide what is actually going to be happening in the server, in how they are mashing their keyboard buttons and their mouse buttons in the end of it as well. And those talk buttons that we know that during those rounds would have been absolutely just inaudible, I would say is the word, when you have an ace come out like that. But Mitch, Haven is where we do translate over to next. And yeah, I do really wonder, what are we going to see when we do come over towards this map? We do have the players picking their agents right now, so we'll get into it momentarily. But yeah, what do you think?
Look, I think, again, if we see the same pace remaining with Bliss, it will be a blitz on Haven, given that the way they were looking. But then again, the opportunity is there for Wildcard. We have seen on both occasions now the opposing teams taking their map picks tonight. So that is something that I can continue to potentially expect here. It wouldn't surprise me by any means. I don't think anything's going to surprise me at this point in time. I'm just kind of sitting here and doing my best to keep the energy nice and high. So a massive shout out to you guys at home, obviously, for watching along and supporting everyone in the player base today. It's really a special moment for us all. And on the tail of such a high competition that we've had on various competitions, we're still upscaling too. We're not done. We're going into the more important parts as the months go on as well, which is really, really entertaining. So do give the biggest bits of support to these players as you possibly can, guys. It makes it so much more rewarding for them. But back to the predictions, Dion. I think, again, I do not expect it to be a Bliss 2-0. I never came into it expecting that, but very well, it could still be at this point in time. I'm going to call Bliss 2-1 at this point.
Okay. Well, Haven, we are ready to get into right now. Straight sailing over into water. You say Bliss 2-1. Oh, I don't know. We've already seen a reverse sweep from Wildcard today, hadn't we? So,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I really don't know right now.
Okay. Thoughts?
I don't know. I'm trying to think, and I think that Wildcard should have it, but I don't know, man. I think Bliss might too at the same point. I just don't know.
Yeah. It's really just too hard to call. But again, if we see the same form from Bliss, this is theirs for the taking. They have earned this. This will be obviously moving into what now their 7th map of the day. So massive stuff to come out. But once again, guys, Valorant Oceania Tour 2021, Wildcard versus Bliss, map number 2, and map number 8 for us on the day. Thank you again all for supporting us and loving us deeply. We feel the same way. So moving on in, trying to contest for this orb towards long. It's just been some wild sprays. Look at how heavily set up we are towards this C site, because the control already established by RDW is basically all of A.
Well, remember, one of the big things that we did see from him was the flanking prowess that he brings through toward a map like Haven. He always gets in behind you, in next to you, shakes your hands, taps you on the shoulder, surprises the living daylights out of you. And you know that that's exactly what he's going to be trying to do. Again, Ninim, though, gets very closely away from these engagements. Some dinks to be translated both ways. With no healers available in this map as well. Damage done is damage done.
Boombot to go out. Back toward the site. Might get some information shortly. A couple of gravity wells and a Nova Pulse, but nothing is home. So Swirl's actually going to reposition. They actually, in the end, despite having such a heavy hand towards the C location, they give it up. And it's off the back of 4 members, 2 apiece on either side of these teams, being extremely low. RDW has slotted his way in towards mid. Look how deep they're trying to clear this, Dion. I don't actually know if they'll be awarded with the information shortly, unless they do pick towards it. The timing! Oh, RDW, you hate to see it.
And the turret as well, revealing him on that one, slowing him down when he got impacted a little bit by damage. Was an easy kill to come out of that. Major just jumping on through, manages to find Swell. Noz bites back, however, Bliss with the player advantage, knowing now that the spike is not tapped and the Noz is pushing in towards Garage by the reveal of the dart. They know that they are comfortably looking for this pistol. Wildcard are not going to be finding it. There's always a Joker in the deck, and whilst Noz finds 3, he is going to be thrown away.
Unfortunately, not quite stacked enough is the deck of Wildcard as Bliss. With that round, Dion, they win the opener of this second map, which could potentially lead them to victory and facing off against Order in the grand final tomorrow. And it's almost been like a training arc, right? You know, going into the hyperbolic chamber, watching Bliss develop and progress. Between Jungle Wow and Ronsky, I feel like we've had a little bit of, you know, Goku and Trunks doing some crazy stuff.
Just noticing, we have a mirror match bar Sentinel. Cypher Killjoy split.
Yeah. Yep, that's the one. Be interesting to see how they choose to play it too, you know? I did see some commentary in the chat from the big dick himself, Mr. Stacy, old Richard, saying that, you know, Sentinel might not be 100% needed from time to time. Understandable, have a nice day. So, infrequent. Might be able to do some further damage. That's going to be Ronsky going down. Ooh. Further right click with the classic onto the head. As well, a flashing swirl able to actually find another one as well. Yeah. Free weapon. How much, Dion? Remind me again. Free. $0. Insane.
It's only in your head as free real estate.
Buy 10 of them.
Well, they are going to upgrade. Easy is only with the Sheriff right now as well. With Ninim picking up the Judge, it actually gets kind of scary. And you might even see Bliss be able to not clutch out this round. There's no stars for on the spike at the moment. Shouldering through. Ninim finds Easy. This is what I'm talking about. That they don't know where Jungle is. And he's got HP, and with Ninim having the Sheriff, you know he has to go down to a different weapon right now. He's got the Spectre in possession. Pre-fire gets shouldered, and his head gets taken off. Costly Mitch in the rounds, but Bliss find it. And you know what that means with the 4 frags we see from Wildcard there? We might not have a bonus. We might actually be going into the full buy-up from them.
I was saying boo earns.
1 second, peeps. I gotta visit Astro to play some stars.
Oh, you don't know it, do you? Did you watch much Simpsons?
No.
Oh, everyone point and laugh at Dion. Actually, don't. That's bullying, and I don't condone that. I love him.
Didn't really.
To be fair,
we weren't allowed to really watch TV growing up as kids, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
like
yeah, fair enough. Hey,
Simpsons or South Park or Futurama, none of those.
I think mum and dad, like, just didn't get away with it because it was Channel 10, 6 o'clock. and it was like some sort of repeat of The Simpsons, and we were just, it was like the only thing we were basically allowed to watch, surprisingly enough. But it doesn't matter. RDW, he's allowed to watch well and truly more than that. Ronski hasn't really made a whole bunch of sound just yet, but now he's spotted. RDW makes good work of it. Jungle does find one. So it's a 4-on-4 stalemate as it stands, as the spike is about to go down on the side.
Looking to get that plant established at the back of the side as well. Sometimes this is where you see shock darts and paint shells really just be a nuisance. However, they are going to be able to escape it. You can actually couple that down with the gravity well, and it can be really damaging. But nevertheless, the plant is established here for Bliss. We are looking for Wildcard to go in for the retake, as Ronski is still able to escape with one before dying. Ninim dashing on through. They want to get onto this defuse very, very early on. You can see that the darts being lined up, and the flank from Precious here could be paramount. Shots missing, however. A sideline over onto this Phantom that they might not actually expect him to have. Paint shells too deep, and now it is just too infrequent. Peppered down through the box. That is a really critical round for Bliss, because that's Wildcard's first purchase, and they don't get it.
I look away from the monitor for like half a second, and all of a sudden Bliss have just absolutely dismantled Wildcard. So maybe they are moving ahead with that momentum that was behind them. Jungle WoW just continuing to dominate 7-0. The reverse James Bond. Some kind of like, you know, dark, not like an evil version. I'm losing my mind, hey. I'm trying to make like references and memes, but I'm brain damage right now.
So is it frequent? That's going to give him an absolute ringing headache. Swirl down 2, and this is just really flowing on through for Bliss. Ninim, yeah, good for 1, but is that all that is going to happen? Spike eventually will be picked on up as RDW does lose his life to Jungle. Flesh is getting a little bit of damage known. It's now down to Noz. See what he can do here. 2 stars will lose it out in the translation of the next round. Because those are different grades. You can see that one. Easy gets him. That's it. Oh, but you get back 2 as Astra for free. So he gets them back anyway.
Ah. I still don't think I've played in a game with Astra yet. It's been that long. Yeah, and obviously everyone is Nah, look, I've played while she's been out, but everyone's like the only thing people play is Jet still. So
True. Alrighty, new round, new buy for the wildcard crew. Defensive side, 0-4. You would really not like to see them start off like this, and especially that they didn't really win out the first map. They didn't get slapped, but they did get tossed around a bit. Blade storms out for both boys. Astro ults available for both as well. Got a Hunter's Fury on one side, Showstopper on the other. Sending it in though. A minute 10 to go, and looks like this lean from Bliss is certainly happening over towards C. Infrequent though. Has he just found Major with the full paint shells? Nothing else? I think he did.
100-0 real quick. As now the stars come out, sending that utility over towards the A location, but unfortunately Ronski has to try and get the cloudburst down. The information gathered. So an opportunity for Wildcard to finally get their way back into this one. Ninim's still waiting over towards that C site as well, allowing the rotation. The Nebula is down, and they're going to go once again for this full rotation, like allowing the retake to happen. But they're still not super keen, Bliss. They're actually waiting for the flank, and the spike now does go down, but oh, that's going to be scary. But it doesn't go far enough, and barely does any damage. Jungle WoW does find the dink, but he does go down in the end. 3-on-5 in favor of Wildcard.
We're going to get this retake on happening. Wildcard, the player advantages right now. Ronski does not want to get pulled up by this gravity well, as Noz puts down some more stars, and as well as this Cosmic Divide, of course. RDW picks up some pretty kills, and Ronski is not going to come into fruition. It's a flawless to come through for Wildcard to get their first round on the board. And a little bit of an update for you, Mitch. Vision Strikers has just dropped a map to I Need Girlfriend. They go on the distance.
Maybe they need girlfriends too.
2? I need
Just
one.
thinking.
I want one.
Double lift. Nah, you don't know, Dion. You don't need no girlfriend, alright? Girlfriend is only meant to be a bonus. Trick the girlfriend as the +1 to your life. It's incredible. It's a good feeling. The second you think you need one, that's when it all goes to hell. Trust me, my man. You're a strong, independent caster.
In Conk we trust.
God, I'm so old, dude. I'm still technically e-dating for another week, so we'll wait until that happens.
Hey, I'm younger than you and I got more grazed hairs than you, but we can't at the back of that. Ronski manages to find Ninim here in the opening engagement surrounding the B site. There's nobody on it for wildcard. Blues have managed to establish themselves quite prettily into it, and Easy, he has just pre-fired the ever-living daylights out of Infrequent, who tried to do that, but it doesn't come into play. Bliss now looking superior in this round. We saw the Hunter's Fury miss out earlier as well from the wildcard side.
IDW is going big though. 2 quick frags and the neural theft to go in. Information now gathered, but the nanoswarm's still down. Jungle just on the opposing side. They are all going to go in, but that recon bolt got so much information down. And the Hunter's Fury, it's available. See you later, RDW. It's all just onto the last member in Swirl. And you know what? He's running away. He wants to save his weaponry into the next round. And unfortunately, it's just an Odin 5 going the way of Bliss Theon. They have picked up the pace. Pedal to the metal. Floor to the floor gaming. Ah.
Foot to the floor. Vroom, vroom.
Floor to the floor, I was sure. I don't even know the rest of the lyrics either.
Copyright strike is here. No? Oh.
Oh, man. I just tweeted something which is hell funny, but you won't get it because you haven't seen the movie.
Name the movie. We'll see. Test me.
American Psycho.
Okay, no.
Very good movie. Recommend highly.
This might actually be Cast Curse Jinx prevailing. Our first 2-0 of the day. If Bliss keep the run in from here.
You should run.
Picking up the pace now. Off the back of that lockdown, there is obviously a little bit of space up inside Heaven. Look at them all stacking up like sardines right now. Sitting in the corner, but that's going to be Major taking down Swirl, one of the key members of this wildcard roster. Now, of course, with the satchel going over, that is actually going to deny the spike plan for a little while longer. Infrequent will collect on 2 fleshes, but he's taken very, very low in the process as well, down to 7 points of HP. And with Ronski under Heaven, look at Jungle, he's so far away, but it doesn't even matter because he's managed to keep Ninim at bay for a long, long while.
Ninim's
He's
aware of it
so
too.
focused. He is.
Ninim's looking for it.
And there's the Cosmic Divide.
Yep. Oh, is he going to be rewarded? I actually don't know. RDW, though, he's found some crucial frags getting into it. The cage now as well. As Easy will push through here. He's going to get decapitated from Noz. The round's over. Noz ain't here. I mean, sorry. Flip side. Jungle ain't here.
I think I did that thing again where I blinked and the round was over. That should have been
A little bit.
Bliss's every day of the week, but apparently Wildcard's kind of nuts.
RDW certainly starting to feel things in toward this matchup as well. Getting everything done on the Cypher. Getting up the multi-frags as well. It's a little bit of a silver lining here for Wildcard as they do gather another round on the scoreboard. But for Bliss, I mean, 5 rounds on this attacker's side, any little slip-ups as well, and you start to look at the case where they can gather some more potentially. So you really want to see the cleanliness come through for Wildcard. Get 7 to 5, get established on the attacker's side to try to send us into Ascent. Should be the last one. Ninim now on the operator, lines him up, finds one, does get traded by the judge. Stupid weapon.
Bad. Bad judge. All right, we're losing our mind a little bit, Dion. I think we need to stay focused. Shock dart. Throws Easy off the plant. Ronski has to hope something will assist him nice and close. The Owl drone will force him out of position, but there is another one now. No further information gathered. Oh my god, he even gets another dink, and that allows Easy to find the frag. Jungle Owl's in position as well. Fleshes on the wrap, not quite going to take down Infrequent, as he did indeed make some sound, but Jungle Owl's going to get on to the other side. He's now down into a one-on-one. The information is gathered. Does he go in for this? The paint shells is going to force him into it. Oh, see you later, mate. Unfortunately, graffiti is illegal, my friend. And that is going to be a 3rd round for Wildcard.
Third one by the skin of their teeth to carry over the operator into the next round as well. Give that one back over towards Ninim. He found a big opener for them as well, but it was a bit chaotic into it, you know. Potentially an overstep there from Ronski with that judge. Get the idea, you know, peek out where the gravity well player is over towards the deeper to spawn, but you yourself, mate, were in a gravity well. That kind of obscured a little bit of your play of what you could do. Not rather obscured, it just pulled you away and pulled you back in toward the clutches, the safer clutches of the site where your teammates were. Easy did get the trade, which I guess is okay, but a bit unfortunate that footsteps were made by Fweshist in the B site. Infrequent got that, got paint shells and put them at the right location. One out the round for wildcard for a third on the board, and now they're going to try and establish it into a fourth one, where we do, of course, again, have a purchase to come on through from Bliss in this round. We'll see what they are going to be able to find. Navigation up through mid. Hopefully they don't see any rocky waters.
Right here.
Gravity well down. Swell going to be forced away once more. Bliss down on towards the site. Fweshist. Oh, they've actually forced off as well. It's going to be a gravity well, making it a little bit awkward, a little bit dicey. Jungle Val will give it a second crack. Still, 3 members in towards that C-Link position. Yeah, exactly right. They've done well here. Major, though, holding on to a big sort of portion of the map. Inside that A-Link, he will have 2 members heading towards him in just a second. Over towards that C position. Swell will make quick work of him, though. So it is going to be the advantage going the way of Wildcard, Dion, as they go in for this retake, which they've been so well at doing.
Ooh, a couple of frags left, right, and center, though. However, and the showstoppers brought out by Infrequent. I don't know if they've taken out the nano swarm that was actually on the spike. It hasn't been tickled yet on out. That was great timing from Infrequent with the rocket. Now it's down to Easy, and he's got too many bodies to try to navigate around, unfortunately. Defuse is here. 2.93 to spare wildcard. They do get another one on the board. Really well placed for them as they are one away from equalizing us up. And with the money scenario of Bliss, they are going to just play on the side of caution here and not go full balls to the wall. Or maybe they should. Just looking across, Bladestorm for Ronski. They've got 2 players close toward the ultimates. They definitely could if they want to, but they would have to go in with a full strategy.
Revealing area.
Get out of my way! The classic. It's going to be drilled into my skull after a little while. Moving on up towards that C-long position. Ronski getting aggressive. He's already cleared out the site on his lonesome. Does he want to take it any further, though? Needing to get towards that CT position, but again, it's going to be a matter of not sending everyone down towards long, trying to take control of Garage, maybe, you know, holding that positioning up towards CT as well, because RDW, he's going to be pushing into position, trying to lock down that flank, hit him in the exact same light as well. Cosmic Divide, it's going to go down though, keeping him at bay for a little while. Nice. Easy, great shot onto RDW. Now he can reposition.
No, don't push.
Actually picks up the Phantom as well. No, exactly right, Theon. Don't go through it, my friend. He picked up the Phantom, should have that information in it. On the other side, narrowly misses the shot. Ronski finds another. Infrequent's also good for one onto Major. Ninim's in a little bit of trouble right now. His fabled Ninim peak doesn't pay off. Ronski to find Noz. It's all onto Infrequent inside a 1 versus 4. He's good for 2 though. Theon, this could be the ace if he pulls it off now. The paint shells to go in, but unfortunately he just doesn't have enough time. And Wildcard, they unfortunately get sent out of the server again as Bliss pick up a 6th.
You can see that if there was a little bit of time, Infrequent, certainly a capable player to be able to do so. But you look at the Cosmic Divide that was dropped down in that round as well, and it kind of just worked out very favorably in the end for Bliss. You know, they see the pick that they were able to get over onto RDW first, and then Ninim as well. He couldn't quite get out that quick scope. Ninim's been punished quite a little bit in toward this map. We've seen one of the 4 operator picks, or one of the 4 picks rather, from the operator when he was over at this C site earlier on in the matchup, but really from then, it's been a little bit quiet on his front. So on the flip side, Bliss, they're certainly doing what they need to do. They've tied it up at least at the half exchange. They've got 6 now on the board. Hunter's Furies are available for both sides. RDW with the Neural Theft as well. But look at this Infrequent. He's pushing up. Easy. He's going to spot it out. He needs to get off this power drone. And he's actually bringing out the ult as well. He's got his teammate there to lock down the line. This is clinical plays coming through. Fwesh's easiest kill. Now they're looking to overwhelm Ninim and potentially RDW too here if they continue on to C.
Rotating back out now. Happy with their reward of obviously taking down Infrequent. top fragger in the server right now. Again, someone you can pretty much always rely on. Watching him do work time and time again. Noz going to start to rotate away. It does look like they're going to pick up the pace towards that A site again. Whether or not Wildcard will be able to sniff this out, though. Taking the time.
Slow and steady. Silence felt throughout the server. The rumblings now from the lockdown, which as well misses one dart. Second one's in, misses as well. Lockdown will explode and RDW will eventually fall on back. However, that's not where we're looking to go towards. It's over at this A site. Actually, I think RDW did get detained there as he looks to slowly walk on the radar, but it doesn't really matter right now as we are planted in amongst the site of A. The recon dart on Zoronsky cordons him to use 2 cloud bursts, but it's all fine. As he does escape and no one dies to the Hunter's Fury, it's on to Wildcard for this retake.
Moving on out now, 3 hungry members, and that's a wallbang as well. Going to take Ronsky down very, very low. RDW's done some good damage. Major able to find it, but Noz and Ninim, they're good to make their way back into this. Dion now it's into a 3-on-3. Blades are out. Same with the Cosmic Divide. That's going to go down, starting to make it a little bit awkward. Onto the other side, Noz, Ninim. It's all down to Easy inside this 1 versus 2. He's got the Sheriff because obviously there is an operator available. But Easy, does he have it? I think he's collected enough time. Is it going to be enough? It's not. Easy. Living up to his namesake there, Dion. God bless.
Mate, the angle on that Cosmic Divide as well. Easy had the most sliver of a chance to go through without being detected, and he was actually seen from Ronsky. But you know what happened? Ronsky used the right click. No, sorry. Wrong person. Ninim. Ninim used the right click, misses it in the end. He's able to find the player defusing, which for the life of me, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Swirl or RDW. Anyways, point is, he killed the player, defusing, wins the round in the end by time. That is a coin flip's chance.
Spike down A.
Ronsky does find the trade back. It's going to be all... okay. Just swirl things. Taking down Ronsky. Mage is able to equalize, though. It's actually more than equalize, bringing it into a 3-on-2. I remind you, this is the last round of the half. Bliss in the pole position. It's going to be infrequent. And Noz to try and do something huge here. Going to drop the boom bot down. That's actually going to force Major off the spike plan. Great play from infrequent there, Dion. Now into a 2-on-2, and they're still going to collect this plan.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky as well because of all these Astra Stars that eventually will fade on through. Jungle well has one to be able to deploy. It's going up to heaven, but Noz has managed to find a frag on a Fuestis. Guardian and Judge, I mean, difficult weapons to be able to go into this with, especially with Jungle having this gun. But if he gets closer to them, gives them a chance. Noz down, and Jungle, he gets bested in the trade. Infrequent will hold on for his forces of Wildcard. And by the half's closure, it's going to be 5-7, favoring Bliss.
Very well done from Infrequent and Noz to actually bring their way back into that, a 3 versus 5. Because at the end of the day, if Bliss were able to take that, it would have really put them in a prime position to close out this next half very dominantly. But now it's actually much, much kinder. If Wildcard pick up this pistol, Bliss might be in a little bit of a spot of bother.
There.
Definitely have to see how things are going to turn out here, Mitch. Wildcard, they want to try and send us into that final map, which would mean 9 maps played for Bliss in the competitive official stance. Certainly is taxing, that is for sure. Jungle. I'm just so impressed by Jungle today. The consistency that he's been able to showcase.
Okay.
There.
Just looking over at the monitor, it looks like WA has been declared in a state of emergency, so that's kind of hot. God damn it. Oh, it's fine. One more week. I can work from home, it's easy. Ronski up on top, does manage to best RDW here. Trying to find his way around the other side of the nebula. Noz is going to push on up. I do think actually Ronski did spot him. Finding another shot. Will be traded out by Infrequent. Now Fwesh's Noz also good for one. But everyone is going down left, right, and center. It's all on the easy. He is on the big flank right now. Spike yet to be planted. Has to try and find the right amount of timing. And you know he will. Noz and easy. Into a 1-on-1.
Standing ahead.
30 seconds left.
Oh, he's tempting fate right now. Easy. He's got the element of distance with this ghost. Noz has time to scurry over towards B. He's actually going for the long run as well. He will have enough time to plant over towards the defender spawn. Get a little bit deeper if he wants to as well. It's all up to where he wants to go and how open he wants to plant. It's going to be for long. It's going to be safe as well in case Easy was running a marathon. He's got no stars. Although there's one over at the... Looking at the radar, at the front end of C. I don't even know if it's his, however. We'll put a fork in it, though. Easy. It does have a recon dart. Noz has wrapped all the way around through the garage. Where does Easy think this one through? Does he even shoot a dart up to the wall to reveal it early? He's going to put it over towards the cubby. Get on the defuse. It's forcing Noz out. It's half ticked right now. He's seen the cape. He knows, but Easy takes the challenge, and Easy's winning it now with HP. Both opting for a reload. Easy, look at a stick, and it draws out the frag, and Noz manages to find it as Wildcard pick up the pistol.
It's tight, my friend. Bringing it all the way down to the wire. Noz able to clutch it out in the situation. Easy certainly gave it a good crack, but unfortunately it was not enough here. So Wildcard, they are only one away from tying this one up right now. They've been both so hotly contested. This is such a great series, living up to all of our expectations, even more, exceeding it, in fact, as we said. So going to this round, full save. Ronski has gone for the light shield, but everything else is just on. And Easy's actually put himself into a bad position. Now that should gather the info that they're all pushing down mid.
See you later, Flashes. Enemies picked there, but Major, I think that was a bit easy on a swirl. I don't even know if he intended to find that frag and shooting out the drone. Wildcard, they do pick it up pretty easily in the end. Only dropping the 2 there. You know what this is, Mitch? This is a tied scoreline going into this bonus. We saw Bliss pick up that bonus round on the first half. Now, I do wonder,
Should I play some
a Wildcard going to be able to answer the same in return?
Alrighty.
So many stars.
Yeah. It's getting them all down.
Covering it.
Locking it down, holding on. Boombot. Just swing its way around. Great pick from Ronski. Good start to this first purchase round. Infrequent. Hopping and skipping and jumping his way around. At least the bot can be destroyed. They want to look for that double peak, but I think Ronski is in a good position here. Going to try and keep Infrequent there as long as possible, but with the Nebula to go down. Maybe they even faked to see that he rotated, but nah, Major's convinced. He is well and truly aware of this. They are going to double peak together. It was a little bit off, though. Ronski actually rotated back to the site, though, so Wildcard will get away for a little while longer.
Yeah, but Bliss, they've got the player advantage right now, and Easy's literally in their spawn. He will be able to catch off any rotations. However, Wildcard are going to all act up together out through long on the back of this hour drone. Nebulas will be going on through. We are looking at a plant potentially here, but Jungle Wow manages to find RDW. A second one through the smoke as well. Just peppering on bullets, seeing if he can get anything. Easy in the back lanes on that flank will finish us off. And Bliss, they will not drop this bonus round. They don't even drop a single player in it.
Flawless to come out for Bliss, taking back the lead from Wildcard. It's only by 1, though. Wildcard well and truly still into this one. And by the way they're going, they want to make sure that they can do as much as possible. They do not want to get knocked out of this competition. You know, although just a seeding sort of competition right now, still important regardless. Not only for how the rest of the year sort of pans out, also for bragging rights at this point in time. And man, all I can just say is just Bliss have been looking damaging, dangerous.
Makes it interesting with how the game against Order is going to go tomorrow, isn't it? Wildcard, they took a map off of them already. Bliss, they kind of got slapped silly a bit, but they've been able to at least find their footing here after such a strong, or a long day rather. So much Valorant action. They bring it in and we focus onto this one. We do see that the turret gets smoked on off. It's on a quest just to do something here. The Blaze, how has he actually found a loose bullet onto Ninim? That is the biggest thing in this round. Trades to come on through. More looked after from Major. He wants to extend it. He's hungry for something here.
Yeah, the Cosmic Divide placed down, but apparently it means nothing right now. They've left one member in RDW towards the long position. Obviously, the Cypher Cage still down. They're just going to be picking up the pace, heading over towards this A site now. Who's going to be peeking, though, forward? RDW very much happy to go for this lurk. Information gathered. That will actually pull the rotate, though, now.
30 seconds left.
Other side of Wildcard still very, very happy to continue the charge up towards this A site. And unfortunately, they're going to be in for a rude awakening, RDW. This has been a clinical round from him. He won't quite find the fourth, but easy in a 1 versus 3. Already with 1. Does have HP. It is available for him. And also does have the recon bar dart over the top, but still a lot of work to do.
He's 1 away from the Hunter's Fury. Infrequent's 1 away from the Showstopper. Noz is going to peek on out. Clear that it's not being defused, and Easy's going to have to swing on him and pre-fire him almost in this corner, but he doesn't do it wide, and Noz is able to just find the 2 bullets necessary to end him in the end.
Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. So it's tied up once more. Weaponry, not exactly in a predicament. We'll see the full purchase obviously come out for the side of Wildcard. Again, Infrequent, RDW. Plenty of cash in the bank account. We're on the opposing side. Ronski is going to be going for the Bladestorm once more. As is the El Clasico for a Jet player at this point in time. Allowing the rest of the team to purchase in, despite being at the disadvantage economy-wise. Still could have bought a weapon, but wanting to make sure he has enough. Major. Actually, oh, I like that. He breaks the camera with the satchel. But he does risk being taken down by Ninim. Not going to happen, though. 5 versus 5.
Bit of a slow one for Wildcard. Still grouping up around this A area, using the R drone very early on as well to clear all the corners. They don't know if anybody for Bliss had crept up through long, so at least they will do their due diligence to make sure that's in order. Always looks like Bliss are happy to go for a post plant as well and a retake over at the A site. Ninim here will just look to catch anybody rotating on over. Easy's going to send his own drone through. They're going to hear it. They're going to fall back to not be seen, give a false sense of information. Although, as I say that, he has caught a little bit of a foot of one of the players there. I think it was Swirl. So he has to be really careful now on what they're going to do. 45 seconds. And for Wildcard, I don't know if they're looking to completely rotate over. We see the spike starting to go. So we also see that they are just leaving in RDW by himself. So it ends up at B here. But do they clear back shield? No. Jungle Well finds opener.
30 seconds left.
Great opening pick there, but now the utility is going to force him out. Great use of the gravity well, but in the end, it's going to be Flash just to pick up a couple more. Spike has been dropped. It's going to be no plant today. And RDW, once again, the lurk. Unfortunately, it's a little bit late. My name is RDW. I'm a beta. I'll see you at the bomb site a little bit later.
10 seconds
That's
left.
not true, by the way, Riley. We love you. Finding one, but unfortunately, not enough time. Has to get out of there. Save. Bliss take the lead again.
It's funny, right? Because we say stuff like that to him when we go see him over at the city here in Melbourne. Give him a little bit of fun, rile him up. That's always in good fun. Bliss though, Mitch, they take a lead here by 1. 4 ultimates to be able to depend upon a little bit. You can't seek the destruction yet because the Hunter's Fury isn't available from Swirl, although as I say that, he is technically 1 away. So if the lockdown does be placed out by Fweshist, he will be able to destroy it, provided he gathers the ult orb over here. We're actually going to be seeing the ult used very early by Easy as Ronski finds first pick onto Swirl. He will be granted the Hunter's Fury, but not utilizable in this
Ronski with 2.
For another one, traded on out, and in him now. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I wish it was as simple as me being able to destroy a lockdown, but I don't think that's going to be quite happening just yet. We'll be staying inside for a little while longer. However, Ninim actually does get away Spike's gonna be planted. Nova Pulse comes out, but Infrequent gets his ultimate through. He's actually gonna dash back as well, trying to reposition. Infrequent? What the hell was that? What an animal!
When did he throw paint shells?
I don't even know, dude.
That's what I'm wondering.
Guy's goddamn foon.
Okay. Well, that happens. I was actually wondering to myself, why does jungle only have a sheriff? But, what a strange round.
Let's see now.
Guess if we're breaking it down, operator shots from Ronski, pistols to explode over at the C site, plant looking to be established, players caught in utility, and Infrequent just, in your face.
Oof, sort of feeling it for Ronski a little bit there, you know, finding the opening 2 and then to have the round lost off the back of it. Easy. Trying to see what he can find. We'll spot each other out. That's the problem here, though, right? You know, the economic situation of Bliss ain't good, but when Ronski's hitting shots like that, yeah, exactly. Nos has found Major, though.
Cage triggers.
It's a little bit unfortunate for the side of Bliss, but now they pick up the pace and, ooh, Neural Theft goes down easy. He's not going to be happy with that one. Spot him out very, very quickly, and now they just try to scatter. They scramble. Trying to get away from where they can possibly.
And then him on the prowl right now as well.
Ooh. Absolutely. Easy's found another, though.
Well, he should be bested here by all means. Swell is going to get him in at the end. 3 versus 3 scenario. Lockdown Bliss. Hunter's Fury to try and deny it. Ambitious from jungle to be dropping out there. Feels like he's tripped over his own feet. But Wildcard will fall back. They will play this post plant safely so. Wishes to be tagged up. That Hunter's Fury ain't coming into predicament play. You know that. Ronski though. Dispatches of Ninham. They're getting some great damage done in this round.
Turn out.
Still a winnable prospect. Clear down short. Looking to tap onto it. Hunter's Fury, though, comes out. That'll at least mean they know. Obviously, is not one on here. Now, oh, Ronski gets up, but it's not enough. Swirl able to find it somehow. I think both of them were a little bit shocked, sort of looked at each other under the rain. Too nervous to kiss. I think we've all been there. Maybe not. Wildcard take 10, but Bliss did good damage.
Good damage in the end. Wildcard take the lead. I mean, can't put my finger on who's going to be able to take this game still, right? Because it's close, it's back and forward. The rounds that are happening, it's so chaotic, and we're getting some really weird ones with even just pistols that it looks doable right now. It's a pretty even duel in the end. So now as we do maneuver into this next round, there is a tagging up through mid. One of these doors gets destroyed. It is shootable through, wall bangable. From both sides, we're looking to do so. A minute 20 on this clock. Early scenes. Deployed forces of Weshes stretching across the B and the C site with Garage as well. Home to the turret. There's nobody on the A side of the map, bar Infrequent. Everything's lining up for this C site. Aldron's in. Are Bliss just going to play post plant here? Are they going to play retake?
It's going to be a big task on Ronski, unless they do choose to actually rotate out of there. The opening from Flesh is very, very big. They have the info on the Swirl, but I think they might use that as the old bait and switch once again. Old RDW, he's made his way up towards mid, but he's been spotted out. Exactly right. Jungle's going to punish him. No lurk today, my friend. Now attacking towards the garage. Easy has to hightail it out of there. Does get damaged up. Exactly. Stars are down. They're going to be able to get the information out accordingly. Now, how do they approach the rest of this? It looks like Ronski's got the Blade Storm available. He's keen to get something done. Will be taken down by Noz, though. Swell finding the trade. Now all onto just him in a 1 versus 3. It's not going to be enough. Bliss tired up, and this game is just a constant tug of war. Game of cat and mouse.
Oh, yes.
Wildcard 10 to 10.
It is. Indeed. I kind of feel bad for Ronski in that round almost. You see the massive group up of Wildcard coming down through C long, and as Flesh just peeks out, he finds the first pick. It kind of sends Wildcard packing. Ronski could have been on for pretty much a round closer with the judge at that location, but nevertheless, he does drop down eventually, and then he feels the forces going through garage. Bit unfortunate for RDW in that round, you know, trying to get the flank happening. He gets seen in through towards the garage with that alarmer bot, so Bliss's utility there really coming in clutch. And now in this new round as well, we might see even more so. They just grabbed the Hunter's Fury. They already had the Cosmic Divide and the Lockdown. Yeah, you've got the Cosmic Divide over on the side of Wildcard, and we know how weird angles can become with the triangulation of those massive map dividers. But anyways, we balance out. And the round here for Wildcard, everything from here on out is onto Wildcard because they're a map down, right? This is on them.
Absolutely. All the pressure starts to amount onto them now. They can't afford to make any more mistakes. And in this situation, it looks like they are going to get aggressive, but it is going to be Ronski going for the peak. Now the Cosmic Divide comes down. There is a couple of members here already. Ninum, though, he's going to be taken down now. Dion Fleshes is keen to go for this peak, but the gravity well is down. Ronski finds another. Make that 2 for Ronski. Now it's all in the Fleshes to try and defend this site for a little bit longer. Major's going to get the boom bot down, but it looks like they're actually keen to get out for a little bit of a rotate. Major's aware of it. Will he find the cross? You know he will, but Nos is going to take him down. A little bit unfortunate, but now he has the information. What is Jungle going to do here? Can he spot anything? Oh, later ball. That's the bomb.
Just run away.
Spike.
Run away.
Run.
You don't need to
Get
do
out of there.
anything. You don't need to do anything right now if you're Fleshes. You know you've dropped the spike. You play into the retake. You look to lock him in. He can't escape. He has to go back to the site. I'm surprised that Fleshes is actually alluding on toward a bit of a flanking maneuver right now. But Jungle, he knows that if he hides here, he's won the round. This is Bliss's fake out. No time now at all. He wins the frag. He didn't need to. Not necessarily, but he wants to, of course. Bliss 11. What again, Mitch? Just strange rounds.
Oof. A little bit unfortunate there, I suppose, for Major. Did have the line, had the big brain decision to go for that shot and try and collapse on the cross. But, oh man, they're down to the wire really now. You can just see from this purchase that all Wildcard can really hope for is to win this one and break the economy for Bliss. They're 1 away from not only map, not only match, Dion, but day, series, 3 back-to-back best of 3s points. If they collect this one more round, and now Ronski is going to be hiding away. Ninum looking to find it. Oh, he's holding an aggressive line too. Gets the info. Exactly. Gets out though. Repositions. Going to watch short instead. But they slow down the pace.
Look at the lean for Bliss right now. 3 players on the side itself. 1 close proximity with the Hunter's Fury available, and 2 shocked outs to deny the spike from going down if they need to. They've got the lockdown. They've got the Cosmic Divide to get in for the retake as well. Ronski's just now found the opener onto Infrequent, who has been stellar today. He's looking for another one. He can't tailwind out. He used that earlier on, but another frag will allow him to do so. Swell shooting out. Has to go for the reload. You know the push comes through for Ronski. Swell knows that too. Opts to at least escape for now. And with 50 seconds, we could look to settle the pace. And that's exactly what Wildcard are looking to do.
Look at them back immediately. Straight away rotations, man. Ninum even clearing out spawn. That's how aware everyone is right now. With Major heading over towards that site, we still have the utility of Fleshist on this position. Again, Wildcard under-equipped, having to rely on Ninum and his Bladestorm. Rest of them do have some rifles available, but oh no, will they miss the shot? There we go! Major, he's denied, he's taken down Ninum, but Nos has found 2, bringing it into the 2-on-2 position now, despite the timing, despite it, they will find the spike plant. And now, it is so much pressure on Jungle WoW and Ronski.
Okay, so, they know the Cosmic Divide is available on the side of Bliss. There's no stars. They know for Wildcard, they have to contain on the site itself. Do they go for a double peek out? Oh! Jungle! RDW gets absolutely clotheslined, and now it's on to Nos for the 4K, and Ronski's looking nowhere. Holy, that flick.
Oh my god. This game! This game!
Watch Wildcard send us into map 3 from here.
Oh, it's going to happen, dude. It's going to go to overtime or something, like 19 to 20, and then we'll have a... And then we'll have a third map. It's going to go something ridiculous as well. Who cares? I got nothing better to do. Give me another series, dude. Fire me up.
Yeah, you're locked down. I'm not. Oh, all right. A breather right now. as we just have a little bit of a pause to come on through. Man, I tell you what though, the Hunter's Fury and the lockdown for Bliss, they've held on to it for quite a while now. And the Cosmic Divide. You look at Noz, he's got another one. He used it like 3 rounds ago.
My heart can't take this anymore, dude. It's bloody leaping out of me chest. It's actually Noz as well at the top. And can you blame him? He's clutched out like 2 key rounds now, one of them being that. And the fact is, it was a 4K as well in a, one-on-one situation to clutch it out. And I just still can't get that flick from jungle out of my head. My God. And Ronski, like, someone so sharp, bumbling like a little baby boy in the end. Crazy.
Yeah, just blinked maybe, looked at his radar. Someone called something else. Just feels like Noz was in the staring at him for a while, like that now drone is.
No.
Then finds Ronski, infrequent double rocketed. Yep, this is wildcard finding 12 here.
Major! Hang on. Dude, there's a world where Flesh just 1v3s this. Cosmic Divide down. Has to move in. Exactly right. If he finds a pick, he can get the lockdown onto the other side of the site. As far as I'm aware, no more utility that can clear it out. Does check the line. They know, though. They have the information. Destroying the dart. They're stars. They're available.
Yeah.
Exactly. The turret is there. And now he does fall beneath the quicksand. It's got to take him off. No swings up. And there's infrequent. That's another big 3K multi-frag for infrequent. We've seen so many over the course of the day. And now it is wildcard taking it to map point here. Will Bliss take it to overtime? Or will we see map number 3 on Bind come out?
Wait, is it Bind or Ascent?
I think
I'm
it's
confused
Bind.
now. I thought it was Ascent, but now I'm remembering that it got banned, right? Yeah, it is Bind. Okay.
I got something right for once.
For once.
Yeah.
Wait, 5 ultimates for Bliss's side right now. They definitely want to be utilizing them. We're going to pause to come through with 2 seconds. Don't know how that's legal, but it is. Sure. Wildcard have called it as a bit of a tactical endeavor. Chat's just seen the Ronski.exe stop working.
Yeah. Everyone seems to be a little bit confused by it, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Ronski's that good, so very odd to see it at the time. But look, man, again, everyone watching along, understand the context, understand what it has been a day, not only for us, but for production, and also for Bliss. It's currently, 10:20 p.m. in New Zealand, 8:20 in the East Coast, and 6:20 for myself. It has been a very, very long day. 8 hours since call time, almost 8.5 now.
Yep.
And yeah, man, it's just been a crazy, crazy day. And I think on the end of it, right, like, obviously, Bliss, this is their 3rd best of 3. This it's looking like it's going to go to the 3rd map. So 9 maps back-to-back as a player is probably more taxing than a caster.
True. And we got to do it again tomorrow. Not that many. 4 maps max. Apparently we've had something happen with Mr. RDW. I don't think it doesn't look like internet. It is confirmed a mouse problem. Maybe it went flat. Maybe he broke it.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
You never know.
Yeah, things can happen.
Oh dear.
Just looking at that 2 seconds, I feel like I'm going to blink and the game's going to start. Or the camera's going to come back to me or something like that. I'll be like... just falling asleep.
5 ultimates for Bliss right now.
His internet's died too.
All right.
Oh, man. Right at the end. Look at how close it is, dude.
They just want to prolong
right.
us. Apparently we're coming to us. Oh.
Nope. Ready call.
Oh, we back in.
Champ. We in.
2-1 go.
Okay. It's time. Discussions have been had. RDW's internet fixed. I think we are just waiting For a final confirmation from the captain of Noz.
Conky, I'm ulting you. I'm
Yeah.
asking you the penultimate question now. Overtime or map 3?
Bro. Wait.
Why are we on 0-0?
Oh, the game's bugged. Don't you dare tell me this.
Oh no, we're good.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. Oh, okay.
Hey, at least we can rebuild it.
Map 3. That's,
Alright.
yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling it now. I don't know. Don't care anymore. I'm just still happy to be here, to be honest.
Rehost. Something went wrong last round.
Yeah, could you imagine? Let's rebuild the whole game. Actually, guys, sorry, we have to start from broadcast again today.
Alrighty, here we go, Mitch.
And we have to do
1
it all
minute.
now.
C site.
Out of
This is where you want to see everything utilized from Bliss. They can't have their lockdown destroyed.
Okay, ready,
Nothing that
stop,
can do
deep
that from
breath.
Wildcard unless they send the bodies in. Blades from Ronsky. First ult pulled. Operator as well to see if it can exploit this. I'm going to be letting you run the gauntlet on this one. First shot missed. Mitch, take it away.
Planted.
Ronsky does narrowly miss that one. RDW got to capitalize on it, but Easy was already there to find one. That's going to be the neural theft going down. Information now gathered. The spike will be put down all onto this moment right now. Everyone in the server as we're practicing for this one. Lockdown to be expended. The utility is close. The time is ticking. They're going to have to wait for it. That's the Ninum to find another. So with RDW, Major does actually go for the showstopper, but it's Ninum to rip the head off. And now it's all on the jungle wow. He's pulled off a 1v5 before, but I don't think he's going to have it. The timer is ticking. It is the man towards the back of the site who has been detained. He dashes away, and that should be jungle wow going down. We are going to map number 3, ladies and gentlemen. It is going the full 9 today. And man, it's definitely a half day, 9 holes instead of 18. But regardless, it's been a long one. And man, oh man, that was everything we could have hoped for on a map like Haven. Wildcard do pull through in the end. But Noz, man, my guy, what impact in that series you had.
Mate, I just feel like that pause that came through at the end there maybe took all of the steam out of Bliss. They were trying to just run it on through, and at the end of it, you know, Wildcard got onto the 12 before they did when we were tied up 11-11, and they do get that last one in order as well. I kind of maybe feel like in that scenario as well, Bliss went in a little bit too prematurely. They didn't wait for the lockdown to be able to come on through and, you know, exploit the fact around the site together, but it is what it is. They went in with the plan. It didn't work out. Wildcard bested them.
Absolutely. The stamina now, the endurance, the resilience, it all needs to come through. Bliss are going to have to dig deep, or will it be Wildcard going for the revenge match against their arch nemesis in Wildcard? We'll see it come through shortly, guys. Back for the final map in Bind. Don't go anywhere.
I just time traveled. Today's a big day for past me. He just got the latest Vodafone broadband with super Wi-Fi. Which finally means Wi-Fi in all 4 corners of the house. What? Even there? I've got Wi-Fi in the garage. Yeah, we do. See ya. Oh, it's still in the garage. Yeah. Super Wi-Fi. Wall-to-wall Wi-Fi guaranteed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned to the end of the gauntlet run. Map number 9 of the day has come upon us right now, and it's going to be bind, of course, between Wildcard and Bliss. Wildcard, we saw earlier today, be bested by Order in a 2-1 fashion. And now, of course, as it does stand, and it was actually Wildcard that took bind away from Order, which is now the map we are going to be going into. Bliss, they have had a fantastic run today, a 2-0 against Paradox this morning, a 2-1, of course, just previously, and now moving on into this one as it's a 1-1 scoreline, a rejig of the maps below us, if you guys were unaware. But man, Dion, how you feeling? Because we're talking about brains just falling out of our ears and this kind of point, but it's what we live for, man. That's why we're here.
We finished last night. And I had a few minutes to ponder afterwards, and I looked at today, and I was formulating in my head which way we'd be looking to go. I pretty much nailed which way the bracketing system was going to happen in my writings here. But I look at it and I go, what is the possibility that we're getting all 9 maps today? And I said, look, it can happen. I don't think it will. I think that we'll probably see 8 1-2-0, 2-2-1s, but we do get the full distance of it. It's going completely there. And I know, as you said earlier, there's going to be discussions afterwards because of 3BO3s for today, for Bliss, for instance, player integrity and everything in that in the form of like stretching them out too thin. But for them to still be holding on and still to give us a map like that at this point in the day is absolutely insane. And I'm not expecting any less of them coming in towards bind.
Absolutely. I think they'll have fire in their bellies, making sure that this day is not for nothing. And yeah, man, look, it's the time to get it done now, of course, after they did have it run to the absolute wire, obviously, between them and Straight Out of the Zoo. Now we are jumping into bind. I think there is actually, we'll hold off for a second just because I think there has been a little brief disconnection. But yeah, man, as bringing it back, I was sort of going to touch on the point that, in that second series, I think during the course of the day, as you mentioned, we looked at everything as it was, right? You look at the first series, 2-0 Order. That's what I was kind of thinking. And by the way bind went with Order, like obviously Tuck's picking up the sky, it didn't go the way they'd sort of planned. Wildcard took advantage of that, and then we ended up the way we did. Then, of course, the next map, Straight Out of the Zoo, really punished Bliss on Icebox. That's how they got here. So, yeah, man. And then for Icebox to be taken by Bliss here, oh God, it's crazy. That's why I'm laughing right now that it's still with us at this point in time. But look, again, at the end of the day, all I can really say is just like, thank you all for watching and thank you all for putting up with this. I'm not complaining about where I'm at right now. It's again, it's a long day, but these are the things that really build up your resilience and experience as a caster. So I'm stoked to be here. It's been a pleasure hosting with you all, and obviously Konkmoto getting it done. We love it, and big shouts to the LPL team as well. So yeah, man. I guess off the back of that, right? When we load into the server, which shouldn't be too far away. What are you predicting score? Like, where could it go? It really could be that thing again, though, right? Stomp. or a really close game?
So you look at it, right? Icebox 13-9, and then you look at 13-10 for 11 to Haven there. You're really looking at a similar sort of scoreline. You know, if you want to split the difference, 13-10, but to who, right? It's. I have a feeling that it should be close. Like, it really should be close again. Maybe even overtime if they really want to add insult to injury for this final one. But if I'm going to put my finger on it from what I've seen, I will agree with you from what you said earlier in a 2-1 Bliss.
Ah, okay, alrighty. Well, it really just depends on what they're feeling right now. You know, obviously Infrequent and Noz had major impact in that previous one. And Infrequent actually relatively quiet. I just remember seeing, as I was checking Twitter, the tweet from the Wildcard account with this crazy little 4K fooning on along the map. But yeah, every single player I feel like has stepped up to the plate. I think, again, that clip from Jungle Wow is going to live with me. Ronsky with his 5K with the Blade Storm as well. So there's been chaos across both of these series. Noz's 4K on the last map to be able to bring them into that one. I felt like, you know, once they moved past that round, tying up the score 11-11, Bliss had no more answers. Their economy was reset, put into a really awkward situation, and then Noz was just damaging straightforward. And to do that from a sub position is pretty incredible, man.
You got to feel for Ronsky at that point as well. You know, we was staring right at Noz, and it's like just dot. It didn't really come out. He didn't shoot. It was nothing. It was delayed. And you're really going to feel for them because it's like on the back of that, it kind of would have, I feel like it would have broken them a little bit, like inside going into that final round. So, I mean, they've got to forget about that now, of course. Take the tendencies that they can from Wildcard over these first two maps, put it in towards your next one in Bind, and see if you can come out, see if you can get established really early on and run it, because you know how we see it. Bind, technically defensive sided, but again, a map like this, you can really get rolling on that attacker side as well and just continue to steamroll. So I still, again, don't know where I'm going to be able to put my finger on this, but I think that we will see Bliss take it narrowly.
I think it's the storyline that Bliss need to play into to really take this one through. But Dion, this is the last time for the night that I'm going to be saying this. We are moving into Bind. Of course, it is the final map of the day. Wildcard versus Bliss. Your 2021 VALORANT Oceania Tour, brought to you, of course, in partnership with Let's Play Live and Riot. We absolutely adore to be here, and what a pathway of a day. I cannot wait to dive into this map right now. Who will win? Will it be Wildcard or will it be Bliss?
I don't know. It's too hard to tell right now. My brain is gone, but we will look to bring it on back. Whew. We settle on in to the realm of Bind. I would not be able to live on this map. It's like Dust 2. It's too sandy.
Coming out from those interviews, obviously earlier on, I remember we saw something similar for the CS a couple of days back. Really do like the VT content that's being brought through, and I'm also just liking it across the board though, right? You know, multiple tournament organizers now are abiding by player photos, player cams, all those kind of things. It just adds an extra, you know, so much more depth to the broadcast. So big shout for the TOs making it happen. But it's going to be Bliss starting off on the defensive side, Dion. That's one thing to pick up on. If they can build up the defensive wall early on, it could go their way, but Swell going to be tagged up, forced away, just taking the shield down a little bit lower.
Here we go. We're going straight in toward the site, Mitch. Ronsky is going to be able to establish dominance over Ninim. Looking for the plant right now from Wildcard as well. I hype myself up. They're looking for the plant. And Asia is going to fall on back. Ronsky. One in Friday. W and Frequent. What is happening in the U-Haul right now? It's all going to be down to Frequent.
Teleport.
Who does decide to teleport on through. Wish we had those in real life to be able to relocate very quickly. But he's bringing around the rosy right now. He's going back to A. And I mean, why not? A 1 versus 3. You do carry yourself over on this A site. You do have your Cypher deployment still over at B. So Bliss, they should be well placed for this round.
30
but,
seconds
I mean,
left.
I still wouldn't put a pass in Frequent. 1 kill or the plant, you know, paint shells are through again. And we know what he's capable of with those.
See him just shaking his mouse, vibrating at that point. But it looks like Jungle Wow's aware of it. Finds him, spots him out. Does pick up the Ghost here. Has to push up onto the site, though. Doesn't quite find Major. Makes the plant. Has to be forced into an awkward situation. The gravity well. Perfectly timed from Jungle Wow. And Bliss, they take the pistol round here on Bind.
They do take it, surviving with 3 in the end as well. Will carry over a couple of those pistols into this second round, but you would expect the upgrades anyways. The Ego Ghost might look to come through from a couple of these guys. I mean, with how their aim has been tonight, why not go for it? Get yourself into the big guns in the next one if you do lose your life as well, to at least have a fighting chance maybe in toward that bonus round. But we will see what is going to happen. Biggest thing about Bind that I really like is farming up the orb over at this B site. You know, if you obscure the vision rapidly so, you can try to get it, but any aggression met by your attacking opponents can try to negate you from doing so, and that's exactly what Wildcard have done this round, as Infrequent will pick it up.
Paintshell's out over towards the site. Nobody home, though. They are happily stacked up over towards that elbow position. Moving on around, however. Getting the stars down, just using the Nebula. Gravity Well's going to force Minim in, but he actually does get aggressive. Major to find the opener here. He is in an awkward spot, but he's able to at least find one more, and it's been very, very clean for Bliss. Flawless. Onsky with the overheal. But now as they find it, second round secured for Bliss. Exactly what they need to start off on this defensive side of Bind. If they can get 8, 9, 10, man... The Wildcard, you know, they're a team that we know can win this. And it's both these teams fighting for the grand final just after such a big day. Even both of these teams, you know, they've played a minimum of 2 best-of-3s each. All the maps involved as well. You know, it'll be Bliss playing a total of 7. Wildcard playing 6.
That should work. Pulling them in.
It's crazy times. No, sorry, 8. 8 for Bliss.
Bit of early info. Not capitalized upon, however. The Owl drone literally just stayed there the whole time. Easy didn't push it forwards. Minim destroys it in the end. Nothing too far forward from Bliss, realizing the situation. They're actually rotating 2 of their fellas over towards the A side as well. This is a very early gamble. And I do wonder on the back of what information they have elected to do so. They've really only seen Minim out at Fountain. The Owl drone, however, being sent in toward the A site by Swirl might actually give a bit of false info to Bliss. This round is a little bit different to what you usually see, especially in a bonus.
Blocking vision. Obscuring vision.
Yeah, for sure. But look at that. Great utility usage. Minim does find the opener. A little bit of a denial back. I do love to see those, you know, struggles inside the gravity wells.
Spike down B.
Easy. Great use of the shock dart there. Vronsky's actually going to pick up another as well. He's looking to do more damage too, but the Lear does come out. RDW is going to be spotted out as well. Spike to be planted now by Noz inside the tube. 3 versus 4 in favor of course, Bliss. They are looking good, but RDW finds 2. Noz with another. It's all onto just this 1 versus 2, and it's Jungle Wow. He's been taken low. He has the judge, but RDW is the duty and executioner as he picks up the first round for Wildcard, and we're off with a bang into this round.
Oh, that's the second time this week I've heard you say that as well, and I absolutely love it. The duty and executioner instead of the jury.
Oh, shut up, dude. It's a good reference. I'm too busy watching the show Judge Judy. Did you ever, how's that, right? You ever stay home sick as a kid and not be allowed to play the PlayStation or whatever, and you've got to watch daytime television? It's like The View and like Judge Judy, all that garbage. That's all I remember right now, so that's probably where I've got it from.
No, we welcome it. Likewise of Wildcard welcoming in their first round right now. Number 1 on the board, looking to find number 13, which would technically be a king if you think about it. You know, you got 10, 11 is your Joker, 12 is your Queen, and then your king is your 13. Nevertheless, Vronsky manages to find Noz, traded out by RDW. Plans looking to be established as the show gets nothing through. The rest of the guns do for Wildcard, looking for the second.
Major's a long way around. So much work that him and Fleshes have to do. They do want to start to push through it, and it's funny, Minim, giving his old famous Ninim peek around the corner in CT, but he does dash up to the top of the truck. Now watching towards this short position. Do they even want to go for this, or are they just going to try and do some closing damage? Do see there was a little bit of a stalemate up towards the Heaven and Showers position, and I think Major, yeah, just going to wait for it. Maybe going to try catching in on the rotation out. So Bliss, they will allow this round to go the way of Wildcard 2-4-2. Just crazy, absolute chaos, and Major does find one at least for his troubles. And now he just wants to try and save this Phantom as best as possible. Gets the hell out of there. But yeah, man, again, this is just a crazy, crazy series. There is no other words to put towards it.
100%. If this was the series that was like the grand final and everything, that would be very rewarding. So I do wonder if this is shaping up like this, what are we going to see from Order tomorrow? Are they putting in their viewing eyes over on this match to try to feel out the competition for tomorrow? Who they're going to be playing against these teams? We have to wait and see.
Get out of my way.
Running him. Going for the cheeky shoulder. Nothing yet secured. Getting pushed on as well. Has to get rid of it all, and easy. Good swing. Finds the frag. That puts them to an advantage. Of course, now potentially a weapon that they can look to recover. Swell, great shot of the Vronsky, though. Now 4-on-4, but a minute left on the clock.
Hunter's Fury is available on the side of Bliss. The camera eventually for Flesh is there. Does get destroyed. Boombot sent in as well. Wildcard very well grouping around this A site where Bliss do have 3 players to be seated as well. Major got tagged up and revealed a little bit earlier, but they are looking for the plant. Actually, in the astral form, Jungle Whale gets caught off guard by RDW. With the plant looking to go down, Precious is able to bring it back, able to find 2 shots being tapped on out. A third one would be welcome, and he gets it too. Easy on the Hunter's Fury, finds Noz, and that is a really good retake from Bliss.
Yeah, that's effectively a save round. As well, you know, they managed to save those 2 weapons over from the previous. They didn't have a full buy, and it was a good denial of the wildcard movement. You know, they already found the 2 previous. But it is still going to be buy versus buy. Pressure's on now. Looking to see Bliss reset the economy of Wildcard. Wildcard aren't going to have the same situation just yet. And Vronsky, yeah, he's getting up, toying with the idea of pushing through hookah. But look at the stack. Look at the stack. Are they going to send 5A?
Oh, the rocket goes in early. There's no gun here as well for Old Mate Major, so he really wants a kill. He's only going to have a classic to be able to play with in this one. Ronsi is going to have to fall back as the Cosmic Divide does get pulled on out. Major now in destroying of that their trap wire. Does cordon a bit of a double team out from Ronski there. RDW down. Looking in the kill feed. What colors are those? It's red. It's Wildcard. 3-3.
Noz has been so good, man. He's managed to bring it back a little bit here. And they've gone for the teleport, meaning they're going to hightail it up towards the showers. The infrequent getting the shot onto Jungle Wow. It's all onto Just Easy to try and clutch it out in this 1 versus 3. It's likely going to be a position where they plant towards CT, taking all of that control. Oh, Easy. He's got his Owl Drone, Recon Bolt, Shock Dart. And Swirl just looking to send it over the top. It's not going to connect at all. It's just going to be warning shots at this point in time. It's going to be the star onto this site as well, Noz. Ooh, he's tried to shoulder it, but it's going to be Swirl holding the line anyway. Not going to matter. Wildcard, they tie it up again. It's a 3-3.
Little gamble stack in the beginning there, Mitch. It doesn't really work out for Bliss. You know, they sent in that showstopper for Major. Didn't get anything on the back of it, though they did manage to dispatch of RDW to be able to bring up his gun. But Wildcard at that point in time were already through toward the site to be able to find something. They would then rotate over towards the A site, establish the plant. 3 versus 1. Easy, can't get it done. And it's as easy as you like it there for Wildcard to be able to tie things up. And now I'm seeing absolute disgustingness in this purchase from Bliss. 3 judges, and Flesh just hasn't even upgraded this dragon. Doing it wrong.
Vronsky put into an awkward situation. Fleshist. It's been a little while since I've seen the Dragon Vandal. Ronsky does actually manage to get out of there as well. Very, very lucky.
Dragon Judge in this one.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
That's the one. That's the one. Just correct me if I say anything wrong now. I'm in this position. Ronsky, one. Not quite a second. It's going to be actually Fleshless with the distance there. Wildcard down to a 4-on-2. RDW, though. Great shot back. We've seen Wildcard pull these off many a time. RDW and Swirl, two very equipped players. Easy, getting the shock dart down. Don't think it actually does connect. Now Jungle clearing around to try and find it here. Does get a shot onto Swirl, but now it's a 2. Oh my god! 2-on-2, make that a 2-on-1. Later, Skater, easy. It's all on a major. Oh, there's the judge. Camera's up. Hello. Cheeky little photograph. And now he can actually pick up a Vandal if he so chooses, but he gets a little bit thrown. And Swirl, that was a disgusting round. Disgusting.
Yeah, kind of feel like for Bliss there, when they're at that 4 versus 2 situation, that they were peeking one at a time in towards Wildcard, you know, giving opportunities to them where Bliss have the lesser weaponry doesn't really give a good sense of coordination in toward it. But in the end, it was just a half blind. They went into it with 3 judges, as I did mention, and without it working in the end, they do situate themselves into the proper rifles in this one. At least Major, a little bit unfortunate that he is down onto the light shields, but we'll be able to see what he can do. Re-ults to be able to toy with the idea of playing with as well for Bliss here, but I do like this slow pace from Wildcard. Utilizing out this time, putting out those feelers, seeing if anyone on Bliss does overextend, not leaving themselves any vulnerabilities as well. I mean, there's no showstopper or anything to be able to lead the charge in with, so at least they have that there, but Ninim is looking for an opener, starts to fall back, likewise of Infrequent.
Damage expended, not quite. Infrequent just has the information gathered. Great shot through the nebula. See you later, easy. That's 2 rounds where he's been absolutely crushed. A little bit rough. Does happen. Cruising on up now. Bliss. They've worked so hard for this moment. I think they'll almost forget the length of the day if they're successful here. But with Wildcard just continuing to put down the pressure amongst it, it's certainly not going to be an easy mental game to get over. The way that every single member has been playing this evening is awesome, but there's Flash just dropping down Swirl. Had big impact with the 3K in the previous round, but now Noz finds that the Empress will be popped. Major let's get tagged up as well, but it's a 4-on-4 deal. This is going to be a tough retake.
Yeah, Ronski's going to have to lead the charge in. Great to see the Jungle Wow is able to establish one onto the board as well. Good tagging up from Ronski there onto Noz, trying to take out the bit of the... what do you even get pulled by? I'm actually just trying to think of it. He was pulling something out. It must have been the Aldrone. No, hang on. I'm very confused now. Was he pulling out his gun? It looked like he was tagged by a camera. I'm lost. I'm broken. It's 4 alive for Bliss as they establish 4 on the board.
It's just at that point right now, it's where it's just like, just don't let it happen. I'm gonna hurt myself at this point in time. But yeah, look, it's a good run from Bliss here again. 4-4, 11-6 for Ronsky. Top on the scoreboard, not uncommon for him today. You reckon?
I'm going up.
Yeah, Fush
still
camera
thinking?
tags Noz. That's what it was.
Okay,
I was stumped on it, and it's looking at me right in the eyes. I'm like, they don't have a cipher. No, they do.
Ronsky. That was disgusting, my friend. 2 already. Looking to make it a 3rd. He's getting antsy. He feels like he wants this. Again, taking the big steps forward. Going a little bit solo, which again can lead to his demise from time to time. But it is easy to get the trade across the side of the map. Now Ninim
Player standing.
and Noz. Leave it all on a Ninim now. 1 versus 4. Shouts control has been established. And Major and Ronsky, they are going to be rotating through CT right now. Ninim might be able to find this spike plan, but he's got so much work to do. Let's find the first. There's Ronsky going down. And now we can teleport over. Might just be able to get there, but it looks like Easy's already picking up the pace.
See how he's going to do this. Cloudburst a little bit too deep. Easy could peek if he wants to. Play safe, though. Don't give Ninim a chance at the round. He has 30 seconds to play with. Shock starts on through. Aren't going to tickle him. No, I lie. That one certainly does. It puts him into the realm of 3 boards to end his life. Shoulder scene, or rather knee scene. Wants to plant the knee down of Easy here.
Look at the flank, though.
I was about to say that too. Flakes out. Paint cells are better. Paint cells will end in.
Oh, he gets the shot.
It'll be a shot out to Easy, but jungle for it. And the defuse from... Oh, my Major. We got it. This is a back and forth natured game right now.
You're sounding a little pause champ right now, my friend.
It's getting to the point where I haven't eaten proper food or anything today, and my brain is running on fumes. We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back. Don't worry. We'll get in.
Dude, what do you mean? 2-minute noodles is a staple diet. All weightlifters make big gains.
Where are you?
Oh, all right. My eyes are starting to roll back into my skull now as well. I just had a really weird moment where I had to it was like an uneven blink. Kind of like a Mexican wave, except with my eyes. Oh, shut up.
You are divided.
Not winking at my screen. Hey, kind of handsome, dude.
Cosmic Divide down. Lots of Astro utility that is very difficult to try to lock on through whose is whose. This trapwire is always an interesting one as well, but nevertheless, they just walk into it. Ninim could have done that if he wanted to too, with the blades out. Plate goes down. It's 5 versus 5 situation. This is where things actually get really, really interesting. To go through the Cosmic Divide that now fails on through, Wildcard have established this plant, but we could see Bliss use their own Cosmic Divide. It comes on out. Is it at the right location to cordon everybody off, though?
Ronski finds the first, but there's Ninim. 2 of the right clicks. We've seen him do big work with this. And a third now. Ninim, he's just got to lock this down. He looks below him, and he will pick up another. Ninim over the top. It's not quite his. It will go the way of Infrequent, but we just have we picked up another ticket to the Ninim show. Once more, crazy stuff as Wildcard tie it up. I can't believe I buggered that up. I'm sad.
I'm kind of, feeling sorry for Ninim a little bit in that point. Infrequent steals the kill away, where it looks like the blades would have actually landed as well. That would have been a sensational play to come through. It was sensational anyways, but to be able to pick that one up in the end does equal us up on to 5 apiece going into now round 11. Does mean we are on these pistols here for Ronski. See what he can do with the Sheriff, the light shields as well. Last round of Carp, we know the proper purchase is going to be here from Bliss. But for this round, we're a bit due to Ronski.
Again, don't mind those plays if he's got a teammate to back him up. But, just dying solo short, I understand that he's sharp and can continue to get these picks. But Ronski, my pal, if you're listening, you will get so much better when you go with your team. Just make the aggressive call. Hey guys, let's take short this round. It's allowed. You're playing the defensive side, but when you've got a lesser equipped weapon, sometimes you've got to take some risks. But anyway, it's not having a go. It does happen. Now, Ninim getting up nice and close. The Nebulas are down. Information gathered. And the dash. Actually, Ninim got caught on a teammate now. The showstopper. Oh no! That could have been 2.
That's the round turning frag right there as well. In stopping that one out, it would have given Bliss a big advantage, but coming into it, they're at this massive disadvantage. Now that Swirl's found Questions, it's on to Jungle Wow, who does get shouldered out by the boys, and they manage to find him in the end. Wildcard, they're the ones to try and see the equalization. The Bliss are the ones to want it to be seen. Wildcard, they want that 7th one. It's the attacker's side. They've done what they needed to here, Mitch.
Well, they've taken the lead at that. Very, very nicely done. Pushing it forward. Again, you look at the frags disparity, right? It's even. Nothing really changing aside from that individual play from Ronski, who have just been continually finding these frags. But now there's another bite. Might be a stalemate at the half, potentially. Plenty of time to work with to continue this one out, of course. Last-ditch effort. Again, as I mentioned, we don't want Bliss to be running this day to the full length for nothing.
Yep.
Well, look, even so, it's not nothing.
Out of charge.
They've still done so well, you know, being pushed into the lower bracket early.
Does getting to this spot
point
qualify them for the next point already? Or is it only top 2? It's top 4, right?
Top 4, yeah.
Might be able to get confirmation on that a little bit later, but we move on in toward this one. A couple of ults for Bliss to be able to play with as well. Really spread out across the map right now, but Wildcard, they are all contained in Hookah, in Garden, and now they're outside in toward the side as well. Major's been good for one. Needs to be able to plan his feet, establish more here. However, more kills go left, right, and center. Noah's doing well to be able to dodge that Hunter's Fury in the end, to not see another frag over towards Easy, but they hit the TP. Jungle's on for a marathon to try to head them off. Likewise of Easy. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Straight up in towards heaven. Cloudburst down. Oh, that shock dart, Dion. Could kill him. Not quite. Doesn't do enough. Just onto the other side. Nebula will force him into an awkward situation. One flank coming down towards short, the other up in heaven. They're actually going to look over. Ninum hits the shot, sharp again. And now it's all onto this final member in Easy, dropping down onto the site. But Ninum, as crispy as you like it, as always. Wildcard take 7 in the half. And we move on into the final half of the day. Will it go the way of Wildcard, or will Bliss bring it back?
Well, we have to wait and see. Of course, the attackers side, they definitely want to be able to grab up this pistol round right now. It is, you know, a different deployment of their forces. They've got the Reyna to be able to try and entry in with instead of the Jet. But apart from that, everything else is the same. So it could be the difference of the destruction factor. Those paint shells, the boom bot, can definitely be destructive for the side of Wildcard now on this defensive side. Really want to see the true test here for Bliss. It's been a day. It's been a huge day for everyone involved here.
Info given. Plenty of utility being tossed around at this point in time.
Take flight.
Easy. Already all the way up. Gets the Owl drone out. Information gathered. Look at all this locational control that they've established, Dion, but there is still a couple of members, and that's actually the spike spotted. I don't know if that was the information they wanted to use. I guess there's a member inside the spawn right now. Will it be Major finding one? Yes, it will. Major finding 2, and now they're trying to find this final member in RDW. All on an Ninum. 1 versus 4. Couple of low members, or just at least the one on Jungle Well. Now Ninum has to move on in. Once again, it's planted for CT here. It's got a big task ahead, but ooh, frenzy. There's one.
There is one in this 1v4 to keep the big old dream alive for Wildcard to be able to finish off this one with a good, decisive blow in the score lines. Hopping over the truck as well, going back to where he began. He's going to pull it on back. Burst on the spike. Doesn't really do anything because he doesn't tap. He's allowed another duel, however, but now he is laid to rest as Bliss claim pistol.
They're not done yet. Certainly not. One more round is all they need to tie it up, and of course they're going to be equipped into this one. Ronsky going for the aggressive Vandal purchase, meaning that he does forgo the full shield. Taggable, obviously, by the Sheriff. 145 in 1 is a dink. Major going to be picking up the Spectre. So everyone else with the Spectres, just the Sheriff or Ninum. 4 classics to join him. Should very well be a 7th round here for Bliss. And then it comes down to the bonus.
Let's see if they don't drop anything. Ninum has had his hat taken off, the hard hat, protected his noggin at least. See him to live around a little bit longer. Our drone in, clearing some crucial corners. Want to see that bit more later when they have the rifle rounds evidently in the round. But Major, he's found one. Ronsky as well. You're really just hoping that you don't see too many players lose their lives on the side of Bliss here. We say bye to Jungle Well, but now the plant goes down, and we'll see if Wildcard are going to be able to gather any more. Ooh, actually.
Okay.
They do.
Yeah, it might get a little bit awkward here, a little bit dicey, potentially. Easy's been tagged up as well a little bit by those paint shells. Does get away somewhat. Has to now just try and hold it down. Ronsky's in a very, very good position, knowing that there's not going to be anyone coming from that flank right now. He does overextend, but it's okay. 1 versus 3. He's there with his team. And Bliss, they tie it up 7-7. Oh man, it's just been a constant battle this entire series. Not once have we felt like we've been looking at a convincing victor at all. It's just constantly been back and forward. And honestly, contextually, this is one of the, like, and it's not even a final. It's not even a crazy big tier event playing for huge prize money. It's just a seeding game. And it's still arguably one of the best series I've casted. And it's at the end of a 9-hour day.
Yep. Imagine if we were on LAN for this 9-hour day.
I've got flat feet and I would have a broken spine from standing at a desk for 9 hours.
Well, we wouldn't stand. We'd get chairs at that point. I'm not gonna lie. I would want to share at the 3-hour point. But here we go. Infrequent. He wants to sit Mage down in this bonus round. Bliss, early player down.
Need that back. Recovering it.
Swirly boy sending the camera through the teleporter. No further information gathered. I think the linchpin, once again, is going to be Ronski here, who does have that Vandal. He's picked up the pace slightly. Star is down, just on the opposing side. Information goes up the top, and Ronski's already found his way down to this position. It's going to be Noz. Has to swing onto that line. Will he gather the shot? Not quite, but he might find a second. Excellently done. Noz is also going to go down, meaning that he just has to peek over towards this member in CT, but it's a good decision to fall away.
Spike planted.
I'm just wondering, Swell's changed his crosshair during the games. I don't think I'd seen this one on him rocked earlier on in the other maps, but I might just be going absolutely more blind than I already am. RDW does manage to find the shots on towards Ronski, evening things up in the retake. A tag out from that camera, however, does buy a little bit of time and a wrong deployment of timing there. The headshot. How has he found that one? Now it's another avenue on this approach as RDW finds it. Jungle well off the spikes. Well's been known. Jungle has to be able to deny this one, and he does change over his weaponry, but I think the Sven has always been brought off.
No way!
Jungle has actually brought the bonus round for Bliss.
Okay, there's my voice gone. I've marched it out the window. That was incredible. Are you kidding me? 1 versus 3 with that? I need to pinch myself. I feel like I'm dreaming right now. The amount of individual highlights that have come out in this day. Just this day. Not this series. Oh! Sorry. Waking myself up. It's all good.
That's one of those rounds that if I am sitting next to you at a LAN or something, I grab you by the shoulders and absolutely shake you.
Literally that. Ronski, though, moving on up. RDW's in a bit of a spot of bother here. Is Ronski going to be able to find another? And do you know what he's going to do? He's going to hold W straight into that Nebula. And at this point, mate, I don't blame him. He's got to find Infrequent. He's got to not find Swirl. Unfortunately, he was on for the ace just then. But in the end, it will just be the recovery of the Vandal. Do they even go for this? It's such a tough one. It is just a bonus. And all they can do is hope for some damage, potentially. Nebula goes down. It's a little bit of an awkward one, though. 4v2.
Well, you say it's just the bonus. It's not even the bonus. We had the bonus, and Jungle Wow said, screw your bonus. We're winning this one. The judge and the Vandal for Noz here. See what they can do going in toward it. Nobody's going to be meeting Noz's util here. However, as Major does get the pre-fires out, he will ultimately lose that duel, but down to 8 HP. Noz will fall with the spike from here. Swell's been tagged by that cam as well, and he just wants to look for a frag. Noz pulling in the players of Bliss. As he loses his life, the judge will execute Fleshist. Swell knows that he wants to go with the spike, and he will do so accordingly. Bliss, they gather the 9th on the scoreboard, Mitch, and I'm feeling like we're going to go back and forth from here on out.
A wildcard comeback. Yeah. Oh, man. I ain't feeling like anything. I'm numb. In a good way.
Although, if you look at the score or the rounds accumulated on this side for Bliss, it's beginning to look a lot like Blissmas.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
It's beginning to look a lot like Blissmas. Normally, if I wasn't tired, I would have told you to shut up, but I'll join you.
Very good. And the present is everyone's company.
That's it. Wholesome tings right now. Bliss is hoping for a present of a victory. It's actually a tag up early, but unfortunately Major has gone into an awkward spot. I don't think he quite saw Infrequent in that location now. Up in the Astral form, Noz does actually find the opener. Major, though, to take down Ninum. Once again, it's going to be on to Noz to try for some big impact here. Major jumping over the top, though. It will be the 1-for-1 trade. He has taken down the dastardly devil, though. That is Noz. Looking to get that spike planted. RDW lays wait. He moves out the jungle. A little bit too sharp, a little bit too aware of it.
Remaining.
Exactly right. Flash just on the other side, and now it's Infrequent. 1 versus 3, and if it's anything that we haven't seen today, there's definitely a chance of Infrequent getting this job done again.
Do you even use the showstopper at this point?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't even know.
Well, the star, he does manage to dodge it, but that's just time being bought here for Bliss, isn't it? Jungle doesn't need to peek. He knows that they're not on it on the back of that recon. This round should, by all means, be Bliss's. Another tap. Easy gives up his head. Not toyed off, not ripped off.
No way.
Oh,
One enemy remaining.
oh.
How's he finding the damage? Stop that! Jungle Well technically on the 1v clutch, 1v1 clutch again. He's had. I cannot wait to review the stats. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, yes.
The stats from today would be insane from Jungle.
Stars in the astral plane. I should do.
So, yeah, guys kind of nuts. that's all I can really say to you. Oh my god!
All of my notes, I've forgotten to like be writing down notes today. That's how much action we've had that I've just lost my mind. Oh, well,
Yep.
I'll go through Twitter later and see.
I can just see the quality of writing just like diminishing over the course of the day.
No, it's just not
Just
existent.
ends up being
man.
scribble. Yeah. All right.
Ronski,
you can
though.
see, Dion. Here's the wise strategy, Dion.
Oh,
It's called Ronski Go Kill. He's been sent up short.
Ronski dodged.
He's found infrequent.
Dodge camera.
Oh, I just don't know how he gets away with them, dude.
No,
Very
how he
huge
gets away
play.
with that, like, the camera looks at him, he destroys that, then finds the frag. Ninum at least hasn't been seen in this cubby. Usually you would see paint shells get deployed over there at this sort of circumstance. We still technically could from Major if he hasn't shot him out just yet, but Ninum does get revealed. He's able to find the trade out, tailwinds through, but he meets RDW, and I think he might have got blocked a little bit, but in the end, he didn't have the HP anyhow. All now down to the last soldier in Swirl, who does get taken out by Jungle. Pretty clean round to come through from Bliss with 4 alive there, Mitch. 11-7.
Okay, Dion. We've got one more chance. One more chance for wildcard, I feel. And then it should be finished. They've got to try fully buy into this one. It's not going to look that pretty. Infrequent even toying with the idea on how they even try to go into this round mentally. It looks like they are going to force into it. Swirl going to have to buy up a Guardian or something like that. Is do or die. Wildcard. They're losing their pace now, and Bliss are full steam ahead.
Oh, look at that. Infrequent. He tried to bring on the party, but it gets absolutely shut down. Ronski is able to find his second one as well. I think my internet's carking it a little bit. Ronski finds another one for his third in the round. He just wants to go to bed, it almost feels like right now. He wants to send Wildcard to bed. As RDW and Noz to try to bring it back. Do you go for it 2 versus 4? Or do you take this weaponry in the next round? Go at it again.
Planted.
What do you do here? I think I have to say.
Yeah, pretty much. There's no other option at this point in time. Just falling away, saving this weapon, having to stare down the barrel of a potential overtime. And look, given the lay of the land tonight, it might happen. You know, there is no way of confirming this. But the cool thing is, the only thing I'm thinking about as a positive right now, if Bliss does win this, as a whole, is how good the interview is going to be. I'm excited to actually find out who we're going to be interviewing. I've seen a few fans of Fleshist. Don't tell me. Don't spoil. I should know this because I have access to the comms, but I just don't care. I think any of them would give us a good insight right now, though. That's all I can say.
I don't think I've actually interviewed Bliss before, so that'd be very, very good. Well placed. Here we go, Mitch. The game of cat and mouse has become the game of the cat has found the mouse, potentially. Because Bliss have not dropped a single offensive round right now.
Okie dokie.
Let's see now.
Yeah, man, Ronsky, 25 kills. What do you even do at this point? After your wild card. They've got one last chance, one last hurrah, and Ninham. Oh, he's been taken so low, and he's gonna go, no. Ronsky, later ball. He's gonna be taken down by RDW. Gravity Well makes it a little bit uncomfortable. Easy is out though. Noz good for the trade. Oh, I just have a feeling. Oh no, he's gonna die. No! Move on.
Out of blades though.
Down, but Precious does get it traded. And yeah, exactly, out of blades. 3-on-3, Dion.
3-on-3. Cosmic Divide's available for both sides. Wildcard Swirl does have the Hunter's Fury to keep his team in it as well. Both races up. You got the Cypher in Bliss in Flesh still kicking too. But look at this. They're not sure if things are happening over towards the other side of the map here. 50 seconds going in toward it. Noz, he's going to peek through. You know he wants to. You know he wants to deny the play. Going down. He does it at the right time. They look for it.
Down B.
It up again as the outdrone comes through. Do you see the Hunter's Fury? Oh, he's got a little bit of vision. He's missed the tag though. No, he's got it. Never mind. I lie. Hunter's Fury being dodged well by Major.
1v1.
He's dead.
Jungle out.
1v1.
It's him again.
He's low. He's low.
Dude, he's going to go long. He's going to go long. This is so big brain.
No stars.
Is Swirl going to be ready for this?
Oh, he's
no, he's
sticking
looking over. He's got no idea. Swirl's got no idea. Jungle out. He's done it. We have got the day done, Dion. We are finished for the evening. And apparently I've turned into an absolute robot. I don't even know what's happening right now. Apologies, guys. You're just going to have to deal with Robotic Conky for the time being. Okay, I'm coming back in a little bit. We'll tick and tick forward. It's fine. But oh my God, dude. Honestly, I'm losing my mind. Jungle WoW, the impact from this man is just beyond incredible to me. But to close out the day, we will have Bliss be your victors 13-7 on Bind in a 2-1 victory over Wildcard.
Hey, predictions in the end, sometimes they do come true. I'm happy to see that at the end of the day in this one, Bliss, they have absolutely smashed it today. 8 maps played. They have dropped a couple in that mix, but the one that was the most crucial to get them into the grand final, to go back against Order, they got over. We saw that Wildcard took a map off of Order the other time as well. They got slapped a little, Bliss, last time they went up against Order, but it's great to see that they have another chance to be able to go back into it. And now we finally get our interview with one of the Bliss players. Without further ado, we bring on Major.
Hello. Oh
Major.
my Lord. Oh,
how are we doing, my guy? Bro, I've been casting you now for a long time. And I think it's actually my first time having a little bit of a chat with you. I will start it off. You guys have played as long as we have casted today. How are you feeling to come away with the victory at the end?
Oh my God, we finally closed it out. During the officials, we were never able to close out against like teams like Order, a Wildcard. But today is like, oh, we finally did it. Oh, it took ages. Feels good though.
Now you guys, you certainly got it done over the line in the end there, Major. Mitch and I both propped it up for you guys to actually be able to best out that series against Wildcard there because of what we've seen throughout the whole day. What I want to hear from you, however, is specifically from that Jungle 1 versus 5 clutch. What the hell happened in the comms in that one?
Dude, it was all side. That man is straight deadly. Oh my God. That as soon as he fucking clutched that, everyone was all hyped. It was amazing. Holy. Oh, I don't know how he does it sometimes.
Sure the hype would have been... Yeah, look, and how crazy of a series did he have, man? Like, every single person popped off. You and Ronsky on the Duelists were killing it. And then we saw the consistency come in for some of the boys. You know, I feel like Fleshes and Easy were sort of trading it a little bit back and forth towards the end. But, man, like, as again, you know, to be able to put up with the resilience for the entire day. We spoke with, I think it actually was Easy earlier on in the competition on Thursday. And he said you guys were a little bit tired after, obviously, so many officials. How are you guys feeling now? Are you going to be taking a bit of a break after this comp or what?
Yeah, like we've burnt out throughout the second map, like Haven. We couldn't close out in Haven, and we were like mentally strained, but we were able to mentally reset. I just want to say, Jungle he does this in scrims, and I'm just happy that he was able to show it to you guys today. Most underrated player I've seen.